Good Karma Brands radio station.
How is it exactly that you keep showing up at a poker game if it's pretty clear in the gambling community that it's fixed? It is Bart Carlin on ESPN Radio, on the ESPN New York app, on YouTube as well. Go over to the ESPN New York YouTube page and subscribe and watch the show and get involved. I've already jumped into the chat today. Let's get it going. We'll get those comments in as well, and also at 800-919-3776. We're all over the map. It's an all-over-the-map Friday. I just want to start for a few moments as Bart makes his way over from Get Up with the whole gambling thing yesterday that came up with the arrests of both Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier and Damon Jones. Listen, the Rozier-Jones part of this, Jones selling off information, finding out who's playing and who's not playing, and then selling it to some gamblers for $100,000, and it turns out maybe not always being right with his information. I'm not all that shocked by any of that. And when you consider what's going on there, the league, this could have been a whole lot worse than it actually was with Terry Rozier and with Damon Jones. That's information that can get out there and get slid behind closed doors and is and has been for a long, long time anyway. So these guys just got nailed in it doing it. With Rozier, what he did, we already knew about, and whether or not he and Jonte Porter were doing it because they were in massive debt, which apparently was the case with Porter, or you're trying to help out your buddies, or whatever it is you're doing, you're sharing information you just cannot be sharing, and you're going to end up getting banned for life. That's basically what's going to happen. Now, everybody who is screaming and yelling that the league had already cleared Terry Rozier, listen, just remember this. The league, with their investigations, no matter who they've got doing it, can only go so far. The league does not have subpoena power like the U.S. government. So if the league clears him, maybe they were just short on evidence that they couldn't access when, in fact, the U.S. government can access it when they're doing information and compel somebody to speak up and give information. Look, Rozier, I'm not shocked by that. We already knew something was up with him to begin with, and whether or not he got cleared, that's one player with the integrity of prop bets telling people I'm going to bail out after 10 minutes because I'm just not feeling it. So maybe you want to bet my unders tonight. Okay. He shouldn't play again, period. That problem's easily solved. Damon Jones, selling information, and it turns out that some of it was not right. Listen to our friend Brian Windhorst talk about this on the NBA Today yesterday, because Damon was not always right with the information he was giving out.
Damon Jones, who is named in this indictment, is accused of receiving money for letting bettors know that LeBron James is not going to play in a game. And I just want to point something else out that's just interesting, is that Damon is accused of doing this in 2 different occasions, a year apart. And the second time he did it, he indicated that Anthony Davis might not play in a game. Anthony Davis did play. LeBron James did play. The Lakers were the underdogs in that game and won. And the bettors lost and got angry at Damon and wanted their money back, according to the indictment. So this is a very messy situation, but this is something the league is going to have to address, and I'm sure that they will.
So my guess is that Damon Jones had his own problems to begin with after your information was wrong, and the two guys show up on the court after you just charged somebody $100,000 and their bets lose. My guess is you had your own problems to deal with, but it's only getting even worse for Damon Jones. Like, that part of it, to me, it's not nearly as bad as Tim Donaghy, okay? That is someone that was having in Tim Donaghy, a direct influence on the outcome of games. What Terry Rozier was doing could have an input on an outcome of a game or an influence, but it also was really just more about him. And let's be honest, if your team is relying on Terry Rozier to win games, you're not a very good team to begin with. So I kind of look at the Rozier thing, and I kind of chuckle, even though he shouldn't ever be in the league again, if that is all true. On the gambling thing with Chauncey Billups, first of all, what I found interesting is that Chauncey Billups is an unindicted co-conspirator on apparently leaking information to people about who wasn't going to play in a particular game a few years ago. Unindicted co-conspirator. That's interesting. So he's leaking out information according to the indictment, but he was not indicted on it. Okay. Did they not have enough there? Possibly. But then the poker game thing is just, it's absolutely amazing to me. Because apparently this was out there and known in professional poker circles, so much so to the fact that Matt Berkey, who is apparently a professional poker player, has his own podcast, Berkey's Pod, and knew a couple of years ago that Chauncey Billups was allegedly involved in some of these games that may have been fixed.
There was this game, it started in LA and then it came to Vegas for a few days, and it was all built around Chauncey Billups. I had heard about the game, and the person who told me about it was like, look, I know the game runners. I'm telling you 100% this game is on the up and up. And I was like, well, I know a lot of the people that are involved, and I'm telling you 100% that it is not on the up and up.
Yeah.
You know, we kind of went back and forth, and I agreed that, like, I just wasn't going to go play it, but I had some friends who went and played it both in LA and in Vegas. It obviously, like, was for sure confirmed to be cheated. Mm-hmm. Like, people who clearly didn't even understand the rules of No Limit Hold'em are just, like, jamming hundreds of big blinds in with, like, a gutty and then just drilling it. Yeah. Only the pros are losing. You know, it was basically confirmed amongst all of the pros that the game was cheated, but there's just no recourse.
Gotcha.
And according to the indictment, Billups was one of those guys that was there to help attract people to play the game so that big money people could say, yeah, I was playing at a poker game with Chauncey Billups last week. First of all, is that a massive flex? Like, what level of flex is that? Listen, you never believe what I was doing last night. Playing a big-time poker game. You know who was there? No, not Jordan. No, not A-Rod. No, I know he likes to play poker. That's A-Rod wasn't there. No. Chauncey Billups. Wow, really? You got to be kidding me. Chauncey Billups is the big name that is roping people into this game? Like, what are you doing with your money if you cannot wait to tell your friends, yeah, I was playing poker with Chauncey Billups? And then on the Billups side, if this is accurate and you are the guy that knows what's going on and you are there roping people in to play in the game because you are getting a cut of whatever the money is, you're getting paid to do that, you deserve to get whatever you're getting. Honestly. You're doing that to other people. You made $100 million playing. I don't know what his financial situation is at the moment, other than he makes almost $5 million a year from the Blazers. And by the way, being put on leave right now, he is being paid. So let's be clear about that. But for whatever the extra money is, whether it's a gambling issue that you have or whether it's just being associated with these people, maybe, I don't know, if you're associated with organized crime, maybe there's threats against you and your family that are involved. I don't know, maybe. But like if you're just doing this for the money, bro, how are you roping people in for this amount of money just to go play poker? And what are you getting out of it? Like, what's the payday? Like, I saw one guy lost like $1.8 million. But that was only one game. In some of the other games, it was like tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. So what's the bite of the apple that Chauncey Billups is getting? Is he getting 10% of it? I don't think he's getting 40 or 50% of it. There's no way they're letting that much go. It's exactly what's going on there. I can't get enough of this story, to tell you the truth. I really am thoroughly on the poker side with x-rays, with all of the stuff that's involved, with contact lenses where you can see numbers on cards. I'm fascinated with it. I can't get enough of it. I want to read all I can about it. And frankly, if you are the level of player that is sitting at that table that has the amount of money to lose at that level, you're on your own, man. Like, I get it. You're victims. Oh, my God. Boy, we are protecting the uber rich there, aren't we? The guys who lost money at fixed poker games. That feels like the most important thing to be out in front and have the FBI director in front of the cameras about. But I digress. It is amazing just from an entertainment standpoint, that story. Chauncey Billups, if this is true, obviously should never be part of the league again and should never coach again and be anywhere near the NBA. If it is true. We'll see. But overall, I'm not saying it was a good day because it wasn't. But it could have been a much worse day for the NBA. When you hear in the morning, and you're Adam Silver, and you're just then finding out whether it was early yesterday morning or late the night before. Because remember, Shams said as of last night, people in the league did not know that the arrests were coming. If you are those guys, and you find out that one of your head coaches has been arrested, and the player that you cleared had been arrested in a federal probe, that is a stressful few hours, to say the least. And the league is going to take everything seriously. In this moment, it could have been a lot worse. It could have been a lot worse, and it wasn't. And they should be very thankful for that. Now, when it comes to gambling itself, with the league, you have to remember, Adam Silver really did not want legalized gambling as part of the league. He did not want that, and he fought against it for a while. Here is ESPN's sports betting reporter, David Purdom, on Unsportsmanlike this morning, speaking of Adam Silver.
Commissioner Silver, his preference is that we get some sort of federal oversight over the sports betting market. Right now, it's done by state, where you have individual state gaming regulators putting up their own regulations and their own rules, and those rules vary state by state. So what you get is this kind of patchwork of regulations, and Commissioner Silver believes that maybe if we got a federal oversight where everything is uniform, that would be better for the industry overall, both sports and the sports betting industry.
Look, it might be, I'm sure, but I don't think that's coming anytime soon, considering we're still under, I don't even know the exact number of states right now, but it's under half where you can actually go and bet. Outside of casinos and whatever might be allowed in certain places, the overall sports betting is still not something that is widely available to Americans everywhere. It is in certain states. I think it's probably, if I had to look, it's probably around 20. Or if I had to guess, rather. I will take a look and let you know. But, let me just Google this real quick. What am I doing? The AI on the Google is going to tell me in about 4 seconds. So let's do that. Let me get an answer here. Page is stuck on my Carlin's Corner table later today, which, by the way, is Fiore's House of Quality that is over in Hoboken with a little mozzarella. Little homemade mozzarella. How many states? I make all of these massive typos when I'm doing something fast. Legal sports betting. And it doesn't look like I typed anything like that. Most jurisdictions, 38 states have legalized sports betting. My bad. I apologize. I thought that number was 20.
Don't forget Washington, D.C. and Puerto Rico are also included in this.
Good call. My bad. Hey, get your facts straight, Chunky. Let's maybe, do a little investigating before we talk. Here's the point. I don't know if the federal oversight is coming anytime soon that Adam Silver wants, but he certainly wants to curtail a lot of the prop betting that's going on for sure. He is not in favor of that, and frankly, after all this, who could blame him? But here's the most important thing. Just in this instance, for him overall, while he will take all of it very seriously and do everything he can, because you have to worry about the future, it could have been a lot worse yesterday. It could have been Chauncey Billups is sharing a lot of information, or Chauncey Billups is in with the wrong people and now has been having some effects on his games with substitution patterns and stuff like that. Then we're talking the Tim Donaghy level. Then we're at that level. But if it's just that he is an unindicted co-conspirator in maybe sharing information once that they have some proof on, and then the rest of it is the poker game, well, sign me up for the stories on the poker game because I'm into that. But I don't sit here and honestly believe that this is as big of a nightmare as it could have been by any stretch. This is not Tim Donaghy. Okay. So he said Bart will be here in a few minutes. We're going to get into plenty of the football with him, and we'll get into some calls as well at 800-919-3776. Also get in on the chat on the YouTube page. Go there and watch right now. I just realized the entire left side of my head was showing on the YouTube channel because I was looking to my right for some reason at nothing in particular. And so you just got a profile shot of me, which basically looked like the old outline of Alfred Hitchcock, except with two chins, you had three. So let's get a couple of the calls in on this gambling thing because I'm interested to see what you've got to say about this. How about D in Queens to start today on ESPN New York? D, what do you got, bud?
You know another problem the league has, and especially with OKC and the way OKC won with, Shai Gilgeous getting all those foul calls, the uneven of application of the rules. That looks shady now. It always looks shady, but certain players get foul calls, certain players don't. In the playoffs, you get in these calls, but this guy, you understand what I'm saying? Where it looks like,
I don't think it looks any shadier today than it did before. And shady is not the word I would use. I would say that certain players, because of their level of play, are more likely to get certain calls than others. And do I think that that's necessarily fair? I think in some instances they earn that level, and you have to be able to earn that level of respect when you are coming into the league.
Make sense. That would make sense if James Harden didn't exist. And he's a top 75 player who doesn't get calls in the playoffs, and Shai Gilgeous does. So what you just said, I set you up. Purposely.
What about James Harden not getting calls? Like
in the playoffs. Okay. Reggie Miller, who you guys don't like. There's a guy who posts it every year. He says, because there's something up with Scott Foster. I don't know why people act like there isn't. Where he says, James Harden and what's his name? And Chris Paul's legacy would be completely different if not for this Scott Foster masterpiece.
I don't know.
And Reggie Miller's calling the game. It is such a shady way that game was being called. And it's like you have people holding up the money sign to him, all this other stuff. Like there's something going on with that particular ref and maybe others.
I think listen, I think there's something to the idea that if the league needs to get to a Game 7 and they're going to Scott Foster in Game 6, is that going to raise an eyebrow? It raises my eyebrow, I won't lie. I'm not worried about James Harden not getting calls. I mean, I set you up. Wow. I feel awful right now. I feel like I should be going to jail with as badly as I got set up there. How about Javi in Queens? Javi, what's up, baby? What's going on?
What's going on, Big? Thanks for taking the call.
You got it.
So listen, I'm not ready to talk the gambling. All of this, I just feel like just in life in general, everyone's trying to get an edge. So like, no one should be shocked about. Yeah, it's like
we talk about with steroids and HGH. I'm sure it is still rampant everywhere, and it has always been one step ahead of the testing.
All right. So what I want, Carlin, thanks for highlighting my idea for a segment for you, the Carlinoscopy. If we can take a little deep dive. A little deep dive into
like just the visual itself. Like what is the logo? What is the intro for that? It's a picture of me about to get a colonoscopy. I don't think anybody wants that. No. Listen, you're the one who opened the door, man, not me. Okay, you gave me the imagery there, Javi. That's on you.
I think it's you with a magnifying glass looking very serious, because obviously when you take an in-depth look into something, Carlin, it's not a joke. So I want to take an in-depth look into the Knicks start of the season, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to go crazy for the first game. I thought they looked really good. I feel great about tonight going against Rozier's Miami Heat. I mean, the Heat have to come into this game already defeated based on this news. Like, I feel like the Knicks are going to roll tonight. I'm going to ask you the same question I've been asking other hosts. What are your thoughts on the Knicks winning 60 games this year? I get that they could not win 60 games and still dominate the East and make the finals, and that should be the focus. But as a lifelong Knicks fan, I'd love to see them roll, win 60 games, and like dominate and be the beast of the East. I think that it's very, very, very possible.
I mean, again, first of all, a couple of things. They're playing the Celtics tonight. Secondly,
oh, my bad.
Yeah. Secondly, Javi, let's ease up on the 60 games. Can we just calm down? Calm down. We've got Mike Brown here. We don't know what this looks like. And, guys, this is going to take a little bit of time to figure out how his coaching style is going to mesh with this team overall and how that's going to play. For instance, do we know exactly how much Jalen Brunson playing off the ball and just being more in the scorer's role overall, outside of just running, bringing the ball up the court, how that's going to really play out here in the coming weeks? I don't hate it. I like the idea of Jalen Brunson not bringing the ball up nearly as much. Maybe you can, he'll be a little bit less tired toward the end of games. I don't know. There are different things that he's going to do. How is a 5-out offense going to look? I don't know. I don't know yet. So let's ease up on winning 60 games. Here's what we know. They have to be better. They won 51 last year. You've got to win 55 this year. You've got to be the 2 seed this year. I don't even think they have to be the top overall seed. But anything short of the NBA Finals is a disappointment. When you are a coach like Mike Brown and you come in with those expectations, he might get a pass in year 1 if they're just a playoff team and they lost like in the second round. But year 2, I don't think so. I don't think so. Be careful on all that. David and Elizabeth. What's up, D? What do you got for me today, brother?
What up, fellas? How are you?
Good.
I mean, it would have been
Bart's
funny
not
if
here
Bart
yet.
was on,
Bart will be here shortly.
Nah, it's all good. Just pass this message to him. Yo, my man Chauncey Billups, he's been watching too much of the movie Focus. He saw the glasses, and he's been doing it since with the cards. Yo, man, it's crazy. I just want to say this, man, before I get to my quick Knicks point. I know a lot of people are probably thinking the way I do. They make a lot of money. I can't see why they would be involved in some things like this. But, hey, money, you know what they say, right? You never have enough money. Nope, I ain't going to make this. So, I believe that's problem right there with the money. But also I do want to say this. As far as us playing the Celtics tonight, I hope we beat them because they gave us a hard time last year before we beat them in the semifinals. Mm-hmm. So I hope we are off to a good start and we could put our best foot forward and get some W's.
Listen.
Enjoy your weekend, Carlin.
You too, David. Appreciate it. Listen, I just want to see the Knicks get off to a good start, period. And I still don't think – I think a lot of people have come to this conclusion already, that even though Tatum is out for the year and the Celtics did what they did with Holiday and with Porzingis, I don't feel like the Celtics are going to be that bad of a team. I think they're going to be decent and right in the middle of the pack. They may not be what they have been, and that would not be expected, but I don't think that they're going to all of a sudden be tanking this season. I don't see that at all. And there was a time when they actually started making these moves that you thought they might go into full tank mode, or at least as much of a tank mode as you can with Jaylen Brown. But one of those situations where if Brown was banged up at all, that you may not see him in some games for a bit, that they may be more cautious with him or just say, hey, let's take a break here. Let's get you situated and, no need to go nuts this season. It's Bart and Carlin at 800-919-3776. 800-919-ESPN. We are over on YouTube as well, on the ESPN New York YouTube page where the chat is filling up. We will get some of these comments in soon. Carlin, have some pride. Let's get it together, man. That's a comment that's coming in right now. Listen, I'm not going to lie. The whole get it together thing, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I tried out one of the the GLPs last year, and it beat up my body a little bit. So I'm going to give it another shot, different one now. We're going to try that out here in the coming weeks. I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know if it's going to keep me from eating a massive lunch every day and getting my nap in. I don't know how it's going to go. But I'll keep you updated on that. I'm just being straight. Bart is here. We will hear from him momentarily. Let him get situated after an active morning on Get Up, and he's got a sweater that costs more than my car. Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York.
Every aspect of your business will operate better and faster with artificial intelligence. AI is a race, and companies that act first will win. Thrive Managed AI is your advantage over all your competitors. Thrive partners with you on a smart, secure AI strategy for your business. Then they deploy and manage it for you. Be first and win the race with Thrive Managed AI. Start with a complimentary strategy consultation at thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN.
Long Island is brewing some spooky fun at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. We're celebrating this October for our $50,000 Witchy Wednesdays drawing. Be here on Wednesday, October 1st, 15th, and 29th from 3 to 7 p.m. when 2 winners will be drawn every hour to pick a witch's hat and win up to $5,000 cash. Club members can conjure up to 5 times entry multipliers. Fly over to where Long Island wins at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
There's nothing the voice in our head obsesses over like our health. But with over 100 lab tests and insights, Function can help answer the questions like, why am I so tired all the time? How can I get better sleep? My friend was telling me about magnesium gummies she takes. Know if my heart is work stress affected? It's time to up my cardio. If my mom has something, how would I find out? It's time to get some blood work done. A Function membership gives you a comprehensive health check with results tracked over time. Find out what you're made of at functionhealth.com.
This October, the only thing scarier than missing the game is missing out on a brand new Kia. At Kia City of the Bronx, 3505 Connor Street is where the ghosts of old rides get traded in and new legends are born. They've got a monster lineup of new Kias that'll take you from tailgates to haunted houses in style. Visit KiaCity.com or call 646-917-7955. Don't get spooked, get moving. Kia City of the Bronx, where Halloween meets horsepower.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Ballybet Sportsbook. Yo, Ballybet stacked for football season. When it comes to sportsbook apps, it's undefeated. Ballybet. Check out that brand new parlay zone. Here's the kickoff. Build your bets and place them right on your phone. What? Live bets, daily boosts, and promos. Increase your odds so you can win more dough. Touchdown! Ballybet's the play. Make game day more fun and download it today. Must be 21 plus, New York only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY. Ballybet Sportsbook and Casino. Download it.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Tire care shouldn't come with extra costs or surprise fees. It should be simple, straightforward, and stress-free. So at Midas, they're rolling out the limited lifetime tire guarantee, included with every tire purchase with paid installation. You'll pay nothing for flat repairs, nada for flat replacements, zilch for tire rotations every 5,000 miles, and zero for other preventative maintenance. So with this limited lifetime tire guarantee, you'll pay a whole lot of nothing compared to what the other guys charge for tire care. That's the limited lifetime tire guarantee, only at Midas.
A Progressive Home and Auto Bundle can protect you round the clock, but we can't protect you from those painful moments in sports.
Oh, I can't believe we blew a 5-touchdown lead.
Sure, but you got to feel like they were going to win for almost the entire game.
But I was about to buy playoff tickets.
So you were prepared for a good time. That's pretty nice.
It's the worst loss any team has ever had.
And you got to witness history.
Okay, we're done here.
Well, at least your home and auto are protected with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
How was Get Up?
It was cool. We had a lot of fun. We had an extra player on today. We had McCourty on. He's usually not on Fridays. Had some fun. Cracked a couple of jokes. I didn't realize. I was like, oh, they asked me, are the Jets going to win? I was like, yeah, I think they can win this week. Flacco giveth, he taketh away. I say, even a blind squirrel finds a nut. And I said, they can't lose them all. And McCourty said, yeah, you can. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Because I just remember him from the Titans and the Patriots, and I know none of them have ever went 0-16. He's like, yeah, it was a year in there when I was a Cleveland Brown, and yeah, we absolutely underneath Hugh Jackson, absolutely went over.
I think that. Well, I'm sure that they won one game in 2 years.
Yeah,
they won one game in 2 years
under Hugh.
Wow, God bless you. That's hard to do. Think about that. That is hard to do.
One game.
You don't catch anybody on a bad day.
You lost 31 out of 32.
That's pretty impressive.
And then you went to training camp. Like, it ain't gonna happen this year. Right?
I think he got fired after that.
we gonna get it through.
Not on my watch.
You think you won one game the year before? Like, that was rock bottom. Like, nah, we ain't went deep enough yet.
Well, we've got plenty to get to on the Jets and on the Giants. Where do you want to start today? It's up to you.
I mean, I think, like, coming off all the action, I think everybody really wants to see, can the Giants go into a hostile environment? You hear Dart talking about how excited he is to go there. Maybe he's just too young to really realize what he's saying. They're going to be pissed off. They got this A.J. Brown saga. We don't know if A.J. Brown's going to play. But last time that they played them, the Giants put up 30-some points. So if the Giants go down there and put themselves back in it, because that'll make them 5-3 and make the Giants 3-5. Mm-hmm. I mean, 2 back, and you got the head-to-head with what the Commanders look like. Dallas unknown. You were in a firefight with them, but you would think with your new quarterback that you'll be able to be better than you were the first time as far as being able to sustain drives and have a different outcome. You can be right there. So, I mean, this week is so pivotal, and I just wonder and hope that the players understand the ramifications of what this game is and what it represents. If you're able to catch, the Eagles sleepwalking, A.J. Brown with the cryptic tweets and the hamstring and not practicing this week, you can say, hey, Daboll is the coach of the future.
See, here's
because I know Joe Alt got hurt in that first game, but when you look at
I'm not taking anything away from the Chargers.
When you look at the Chargers and you say, hey man, they beat the Chargers when the Chargers were still at the height of their superpowers, and you got 2 wins over the Eagles, that's probably going to be enough to buy Daboll some more time. Is that fair? Is that right? I don't know.
If that's the only thing that we're going to judge this by, I mean, it depends what the rest of it looks like. The point is, first of all, the Eagles, they took advantage of them when they had that drama going on before, and they absolutely beat them down. You beat them this week. You mentioned the A.J. Brown stuff. So for those who don't know, he has not practiced the last 2 days, and he apparently put up on his Instagram, using me but not using me.
Right.
Now, remember, he caught the touchdown at the end of the game last week from Jalen Hurts.
The sluggo. Yeah. Cover 0.
So what you're trying to do is figure out, all right, are we getting Jalen Hurts or are we getting the football to A.J. Brown enough where at some point this is not going to be a problem? I'll tell you, it will really take a Herculean effort on his part to get the Eagles to trade him before the deadline. Do you think that's what he wants right now?
I just can't see Howie Roseman. Usually,
Neither
like,
can
we
I.
talk about Howie Roseman is the guy that doubles down. He's the guy that gets all these acquisitions, during the trade deadline. I think what really caught them off guard was Darius Smith just retiring on them.
Yeah.
And then now because they don't have a lot of sacks this year as a team, and that's really, it was about running the ball last year, getting ahead, and then playing great defense and getting to your quarterback.
Well, I mean, this is why they brought BG back, but I don't know how much Brandon Graham's going to be able to help. Is he going to play more than 10 snaps a game?
Well, that's why I don't think they're finished. Or can
Trey
they see,
Hendrickson?
Or do they see A.J. Brown as somebody that they can use as a piece to get a defensive piece or get something like that, and then maybe get somebody's not as good receiver but a good receiver? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. For me, when A.J. Brown said after last year that his fulfillment does not come from winning a Super Bowl, which he thought it would, but it comes from getting the ball and dominating, that was obviously the first red flag. But at this point, in the middle of this season, when they have a chance to win again, if you're Howie Roseman, that's when you go and you have the conversation with AJ and his agent, like, look, we cannot afford to trade you during the year. You're too good.
Yeah.
Let's trade you in the offseason. Let's wait and see how this season plays out.
Where would you like to go?
Let's go try to win another one, and then we will do right by you if you don't want to be here anymore.
But this might be the best time to get rid of A.J. Brown, because if somebody's calling you to trade for him during the trade deadline, then they believe that they can win. And when you believe you can win and A.J. Brown may be your missing piece, you're willing to give up more compensation than you would, say, when it's obvious that he's a problem in the offseason and you might either take less or let him go.
Well, all of this to say this about the Giants this week. I've been really ruminating all week about Brian Daboll and Jaxson Dart and what's fact and what's fiction about whether or not he should stay. And I keep coming back to asking myself this question. If I fire Brian Daboll, is Jaxson Dart's development going to take a hit? And personally, I don't believe he will. I think as long as you are making the right hire and you get the right offensive coaches here to work with him, then I don't think it does. And this is going to be a highly attractive job, not just because it's the Giants and because of what you have on defense, because of Dart, but when you put all those things together and you have a good young quarterback, you have a chance to win in the shorter term because of what they'll be able to do financially.
Because he's cheap, and you can go out and get hired guns. So, like, if you got your quarterback there, you get rid of Russell Wilson, you keep Jameis Winston, it gives you a lot more assets to go out and do a Brock Purdy, and go get, all these hired guns or get all these people because your salary is low. Like, at minimum, if you have a decent quarterback, you're paying $40 million a year.
My problem, though, becomes going back to games like last Sunday. You lose that game because of the coach.
Yep.
You lose that game because of the coach. And so,
but which one? The head coach or the
both.
defense coordinator?
I'm going to put it on both. Number one, the head coach is the one that decided to have Dart throw it on third down, which was stupid. It was dumb. And what happened? That obviously bit him in the ass. Number two, on the defensive side, the head coach is still the one that's in charge of everything. All you have to do is get in a headset at any point. And you can tell me if this is not something that happens in the league just because guys let their coordinators do their job. Get in his headset and say, listen, we got to rush more than 3 here.
Yeah.
We cannot be dropping back 8 on every play.
I just don't know if if he was a defensive guy, then he may have more input. But he's an offensive head coach.
Right.
So he may not understand the nuance of what they're doing. Like, he understands from a general standpoint, okay, we're rushing 3, but what type of coverage are you playing behind that? Because we have red 2, we have drop red 2, we have red 88, which is designed to stopping guys at different layers from getting out of bounds when they catch the ball. And you got red 2, which you cover the middle deep and you cover the middle short so that teams can't flood the zone and try and throw the ball so you can catch and run. So it's different types of cover 3, like defenses. Which ones that he used? Obviously the wrong one. But it took a Herculean effort for Nico to make that catch. I forgot who made that catch. But it wasn't even to the intended receiver. It was like Cortland Sutton went through, and it was a dagger, and it went past the guy.
Are you talking about the deflected pass?
No, the vertical one, the one that they got to get in field goal range.
Oh, okay.
It was like what we call a clear out with a drive route behind it.
Well, what Daboll did contributed a lot to it. And I don't remember saying that you could look at a game in the last few years with Daboll and said, you know where they held the ultimate edge here? Coaching.
Mm-hmm.
That's really what put them over the top. So,
but he's got these offenses. He got these offensive players that we didn't even think. Like we thought, okay, well, Neighbors would be good, but Theo Johnson, Bellinger, like Rondell Robinson is kind of
But when are they coming into their own? When you start playing Dart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe
the
quarterback has a lot more to do with it.
Yeah, but the quarterback and the coach, but he's responsible for bringing you the quarterback. So who do you give the credit to?
All right, we'll get into it more in a moment at 800-919-3776. In no way do I believe that Dart should be saving Daboll's job unless they win a whole lot more games here. That's ultimately what it comes down to.
What's a whole lot?
A whole lot is I have to start taking it seriously again. A whole lot is I go and I win 3 and 4 in a row and I have a chance to legitimately talk about the playoffs. Like last week, I sat here and said, they win this week, you got to take it seriously. And I did believe that. But they didn't, and they lost it because of the coach.
Yeah.
So that's my problem. 800-919-3776. The question is this. Where do you stand right now on Brian Daboll? Because I do feel like the heat has been turned down a little bit on his seat because of Dart.
Yeah.
And I'm not convinced that it should have been. 800-919-3776. Also, get in on the chat. You can watch the show on YouTube. It is Bart and Carlin on ESPN New York.
1-877-CARS for kids. KARS Cars for kids. 1-877-CARS for kids. Donate your car today. 1-877-CARS for kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS for Kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877-CARS for kids. KARS Cars for kids. 1-877-CARS for kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
It's NBA tip-off week, and FanDuel is your home for live betting. So even if you missed the start of the game or want to ride the hot hand, FanDuel has live bets on everything from who will score next to fourth quarter comebacks. Plus, you can even combine your live bets into a same-game parlay for a shot at a bigger payout. However you want to play, now is the perfect time to join because FanDuel is giving new customers $300 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. Just visit FanDuel.com/Rick to sign up today. Play your game with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. FanDuel has live bets on everything from who will score next to fourth quarter comebacks. Plus, you can even combine your live bets into a same-game parlay for a shot at a bigger payout. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions do apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467369.
Looking for the best internet deal? It's just a fast phone call away. Only Optimum Fiber Internet delivers the fastest and most reliable fiber internet starting at just $40 a month. That's right, lightning fast fiber internet at a price that won't slow you down. Call 888-4OPTIMUM today to lock in your offer in just a few minutes and see how you can also get the Disney Plus Hulu bundle and an unlimited mobile line on us. Don't take slow for an answer. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Terms apply.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football. It's a Pepper thing.
Big color, bigger savings. It's Sherwin-Williams' biggest super sale. Get 40% off paints and stains October 17th through the 27th with prices starting at $29.39. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
Introducing your new Dell PC with the Intel Core Ultra processor. It helps you handle a lot, even when your holiday to-do list gets to be a lot. Like organizing your holiday shopping and searching for great holiday deals and customer questions and customers requesting custom things, plus planning the perfect holiday dinner for vegans, vegetarians, pescatarians, and Uncle Mike's carnivore diet. Luckily, you can get a PC with all-day battery life to help you get it all done. That's the power of a Dell PC with Intel inside, backed by Dell's price match guarantee. Get yours today at Dell.com/deals. Terms and conditions apply. See Dell.com for details.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, ETHOS, ethos.com/play.
From the regular season to the Super Bowl, ESPN New York is your destination for football. We've got crazy fans.
If the Giants somehow beat the Cowboys, I'm going to take a dump on your head.
You can feel good because you're a damn football team.
Expert analysis.
Marcus Spears joins us now, ESPN NFL analyst Damian Woody.
Mel Kiper Jr.
The Hall of Famer Steve Young.
He's kind of our resident general manager, Louis Riddick.
We got Mike Tannenbaum right now.
And all your fantasy and wagering needs. This is ESPN New York. We are football.
Phenomenon, something like a phenomenon, something like a phenomenon.
That's not good.
Oh, like that. Get up in you.
So before you came in, I believe it's Javi from Queens.
I'm making T-shirts.
Javi from Queens brought up, he was the one who came up with the idea of the Carlinoscopy when I take a deep dive into something. And I just said, like, why would you even plant that seed to give me an idea of, like, I'm like, what is the logo? Me getting a colonoscopy? And so somebody, Alex Mendoza on Twitter.
Yeah, that's dope.
Actually put out what the logo would be. He had one made through AI or whatever very quickly. And it's not good.
I think it's amazing.
It's a bald man with a second
with
the
blue gloves.
Chin.
The blue gloves.
Pulling on like those medical gloves.
We've all been there.
Get like the snap.
Bro.
And I'm wearing a white coat. I just retweeted it on Twitter at Chris Carlin.
The two things when they tell you look to your left and cough, look at your right and cough, and you it's a weak cough and they got to do it again. You just trying to hurry up and get it over with.
Oh yeah, no, it's like no cough. Come on. Ah! Let's go. It's fine.
If I got it, I got it.
Everything's fine.
Yeah, if I got it, I got it. I don't even want to know.
You know, I went to get a physical like about 10 days ago.
Yeah.
Like they didn't do anything.
Don't do any of that anymore?
It's not even just that. Like they just listened to my chest. I don't know that I saw a doctor. I think I saw a physician's assistant.
Yeah,
not even a doctor, the physician's assistant.
You might need to go get the whole markup.
Well, they can write prescriptions and stuff. All right, so I was talking about this before. So let's discuss for a moment. I obviously, I am at an age where I have really got to start taking my health more seriously.
Just paying attention.
No, and no, but I'll tell you what gets me. That every time I go to the Midwest, and it's not a knock on the Midwest, but you've heard me say this before.
I'm from the Midwest. We love our food in the Midwest.
Yes.
It's always cold, so our metabolism is low.
So here's my point. Every time I go to the Midwest, when I go out of town for traveling for Rutgers or for doing games or whatever, like this weekend, I'm going to Indiana. Going to Indiana this afternoon. They're playing Purdue tomorrow. On the morning of the game, I like to go out to a local place and have breakfast.
Oh, you should start doing.
I have done a couple of them, and I will do more.
You know what? One thing about the Midwest.
But like, who's going to West Lafayette, Indiana, anytime soon?
It don't matter. Somebody might be traveling through there. Remember, biscuits and gravy.
Yeah, no, But like, I don't even go nuts on a massive breakfast like that because, like, as I have told you many times, I cannot be passing out by 10 a.m. And I will if I have a huge breakfast. It's just my thing. I like to go out. I like to see people who are native to the area and go to the hole-in-the-wall type place. The one thing I have noticed when I go to the Midwest in particular, and folks have weight problems everywhere, but there are a lot of big people in the Midwest who are walking around and because of it have like canes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, they do not look much older than me. So this is my concern. I do not want to be a burden on my wife or on anybody else in my life where I've got a cane or I have to take around an oxygen tank or anything like that.
Or a scooter.
Exactly. I don't want to be doing any of that, so I have to take it more seriously. So last week I went to get a physical, and
that's big of
2
you.
weeks ago.
I mean, not big of you, but you know what I mean.
Well,
good job.
Good job, Bart. So I went to get the physical. Last year, I tried the GLP. And I won't say which one because it works differently for other people. But this one in particular did not work great for me.
Any side effects?
Yeah, some. Not ones that you want. Let's just put it that way. Nothing. Like, when is the positive side effect, by the way? When does that come?
For the side effect, you may experience for more than 4 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
Exactly. Side effect. It's double the strength of Viagra.
Exactly.
That's never a side effect.
And she'll like it too.
So I'm going to try a different one because I'm not one of these guys that's like going to sit here and tell you I'm not on something if I am. Yeah. If it's going to help me get healthier, then that's what I have to do.
And also, you use that as a kickstart to get on your health journey.
Exactly.
Right? It's about paying more attention to what you do. And a lot of our listeners out there can relate. Right? We get to a certain age and you have to say, I'm not young anymore. You start looking at your children. You start looking at your family members. You start hearing these tragic stories of our former friends and stuff that have not had the fortune. Just a couple weeks ago, right?
Right.
Arthur Jones, 39 years old, heart attack in his sleep. There's no way a former athlete, with what we still have access to, we know to go get what do you call it, echocardiogram.
The cardiogram?
When you can look at
echocardiogram.
Where you can look at the plaque in your heart. We know these things.
Oh, you can also get like the calcium score test.
Yeah, the calcium score test. You know what I mean? All those type. We know, but sometimes we get stuck in our head that we're younger than what we think.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of things that we don't discover was even issues of ours until we retire and we're late in it. Like, man, you had this, for a long time. Like, of course, we talk about, Nick Mangold. He knew that he had a degenerative type of disease.
The kidney?
He didn't know. He knew this coming in for a long time, and he knew this day would come.
But it came sooner than they anticipated.
Sooner than he thought.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, so, like, you have to take care of yourself, especially when you get to a certain age, because you can't bounce back and recover from some of these things.
No, and listen, I'm just trying to be smarter about it. So just giving you I got my blood work done.
Yeah.
All of that. I've been on a statin for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And so my overall cholesterol was fine.
Yeah.
But like the HDL and the LGL are not what they need to be, and my triglycerides are too high and stuff like that. But blood pressure's fine. I've never had the high blood pressure. Anyway, here's the point. I go to this physician's, I guess it was a PA, because I just moved back up to North Jersey.
Right.
So my regular doctor's back in South Jersey.
Correct.
And so now I don't really have a doctor. And I go to this, and it's like I thought I was going in for a full physical, and it was just, I'll listen to your back a little bit. We'll do this to get your blood taken. Come back next week. I sat down for like 10 minutes again the following week after they get the blood. It was like, all right, here's your prescription. Get out of here. I'm like, what the hell just happened here?
Yeah, I hope that's why a lot of times you have to go to a wellness doctor where it's a deeper dive.
Those guys cost a ridiculous amount of money.
No, because it's covered on your insurance. What you do is I went to LabCorp.
Yeah.
They send the results to like my guy in Atlanta, and he tells me this is what's going on. This your liver. It's a deeper dive. I mean, if you want, I'll give you the number. His name is Dr. Sloan. He's in Atlanta. And it'll give you a deeper dive of what's in your blood, what's your saliva. It's deeper. It's more tests that, you have to get deeper into it.
And by the way, one other little quirk or one little pet peeve I have. I'm not going on a health journey. You know what I'm doing? I'm going to stop eating crap.
Yeah.
Stop eating like a freaking 5-year-old. That's not a journey.
Yeah.
It's not a journey. That's just wake up, Chunky.
Yeah.
Or else you're not going to wake up tomorrow.
But the crazy thing is, like, it's so subtle. It's the subtle changes, like deep frying your food or frying your food in coconut oil.
Or the air fryer or something like that.
Yeah, or using almond flour. Like, it's not as hard as you think. Like, and you'll get used to, like, the new things and the new taste using monk fruit.
What the hell is monk fruit?
Monk fruit is a sweetener.
It's a sweetener?
Yeah, it's like sugar. You use coconut sugar instead of regular sugar because it doesn't affect your blood sugar.
You're losing me. Coconut sugar. Like, I don't like coconut.
It's sugar.
Okay, but if it tastes like coconut, I don't like that.
It don't taste like coconut.
This is the problem. I'm 5.
Right.
I'm a 5-year-old.
You like, try it. I don't want
Brussels sprouts.
Like, yo, you didn't know you liked chicken tenders until I gave it to you. Everything in your life, I always tell my kids, everything in your life that you ate, at one point I had to give to you, and you didn't want to try it when I gave it to you then. Like, so just try it. Damn it.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, I'll keep you updated on the situation.
I think it's inspiring.
It's inspiring if I get some things done here.
Listen, 3 months, 90 days of just making right decisions.
You're asking me to do something I can't do for 2 days in a row.
But you have to understand what your weaknesses is, your vulnerabilities, and you have to prepare
I'll tell
for
you my big vulnerability, and I don't want you to I'm not looking for a solution here tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going out of town.
Yep.
When I go out of town, good chance I'm not going to eat great. So it's got to be better, and I've gotten better at it.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm just trying to be healthier.
But what you do is you can prep your food.
See, Bart.
And then you tell them to bring a refrigerator to your room. Then you heat it up.
That feels like a lot. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York.
Not sure who to bet this weekend? Well, The Wiz has you covered. Tune into the Fine Line Saturday at 8 a.m. Alabama, BYU, and Ole Miss all face big tests on the road. Who's going down? In the NFL, it's Dallas at Denver, and Green Bay travels to Pittsburgh. The Wiz talks soccer, hockey, and yes, the NBA is back. Follow The Wiz on Instagram at JoeWizSports. It's the best bet in town. The Fine Line with The Wiz Saturday at 8 a.m. Be ready to win.
Serving contractors, builders, and homeowners in the tri-state area since 1987, Brooklyn Window & Door is New York City's largest stocking dealer of quality Andersen window & doors. The professionals at Brooklyn Window & Door will help solve any of your window replacement needs or applications. Visit Brooklyn Window & Door's award-winning showroom to see the complete Andersen product line, including the 400, 100, A&E series. Andersen, built, backed, and serviced like no other window.
Visit Brooklyn Window & Door at 185 30th Street in Brooklyn or call 718-WINDOWS.
You know so much about who you are. But do you know what makes your body your body? With over 100 lab tests and insights, Function can help you know the truth. Because you know you're made of grit, wit, and a good heart. But just how healthy is that heart? You know you're made up of all the places you've called home. You know you're made of your mom's sarcasm. And now you can find out if you have her thyroid too. You know you're made of college all-nighters and 30s early-nighters, but those still don't explain your sleep issues. You know that you're made up of good meals with even better conversation. But are you actually absorbing those nutrients? A Function membership gives you a comprehensive health check with results tracked over time. Find out what you're made of at functionhealth.com.
Ballybet Sportsbook. Yo, Ballybet stacked for football season. When it comes to sportsbook apps, it's undefeated. Ballybet. Check out that brand new parlay zone. Here's the kickoff. Build your bets and place them right on your phone. What? Live bets, daily boosts, and promos. Increase your odds so you can win more dough. Touchdown! Ballybet's the play. Make game day more fun and download it today. Must be 21 plus, New York only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY. Ballybet Sportsbook and Casino.
Download it. At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, is the place to bet on NBA stars this season. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use promo code Clinton. That's promo code Clinton. Bet $5 and get 3 months of League Pass plus $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, pass-through of per-wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. NBA League Pass auto renews until canceled. Additional terms at dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
Hey, this is Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson for three.
And this is your home for New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS FM HD2, New York.
Let's be clear. A couple of people are now, the ones not so worried about my health. Hey, where's Carlin's Corner Table? Don't worry, it's coming today. Yeah.
No, hey, man, forget what you talk about, dog. I live vicariously through you, big fella. What we eating at this weekend?
Don't worry. We got it covered for today, too. And I'm going to catch some flack over this one, but that's okay because I don't want to hear it, and I'll explain why later. But we do have Carlin's Corner Table later on today in the show. We've also got Canty later in the show. At noon, we've got our picks. We've got sideline to sideline, and we've got Bart. Let's get a couple of calls in here real quick at 800-919-3776. We were talking about the Giants earlier. I want to get back to some points I've got about that, but let's hit Frank in Newark on ESPN New York. Francois, what up, baby?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Thanks for having me. When it comes to Daboll and Jaxson Dart, I mean, we have no doubt in our minds that Jaxson Dart has a huge ceiling, has the God-given talent, and what have you, and has elevated us Giants fans and the locker room, to be honest with you. But when it comes to Daboll, I'm looking at myself like, now next year, all these teams are going to have film on him. Is Daboll able to take Jaxson Dart's talent and push it above the ceiling is my question. And so far, we all agree that the Giants only had one successful year at drafting players, and after that, it was the draft has been a crapshoot, for a lack of a better way of saying. That's why I'm a little hesitant about re-signing Daboll for another year to pair him with Jaxson Dart. Even though he drafted Jaxson Dart, it's like you could almost kind of catch lightning in a bottle in the first round, even with somebody like Jaxson Dart, and even after you study film on him and everything, and it's like. That's the only thing I'm concerned about. Is he able to take his talent even further? Because we see what he does the first year. The second year is the much more crucial part.
Yeah, listen, I guess my biggest question is not necessarily can he elevate him. It's if I move on from him, is the quarterback going to fall off?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think of I can't really think of many examples where a guy played really well early in his career, but then never really found it after that. Because of the quarterback. Like when I think about RG3, that had to do with injuries more than anything.
Well, we waiting to see if C.J. Stroud can find it again.
That's a good point. But was that Bobby, Philpott, whatever the hell his name was?
I mean,
Bobby Slowick?
Yeah. I mean,
Philpott. I don't even know. Bobby Slowick, because remember they kicked like that's a guy that was talked about for head coaching jobs, and then he got fired.
There was Mac Jones, had a good first year, went to the playoffs his first year, then fell off.
Right. See, here's the point.
Carson Wentz.
I think what we're finding out.
What about Carson Wentz? Your boy.
I don't know if I'd call him my boy.
That was during your Philly days.
Yeah.
You and Ike Reese.
I'm trying to think about what it was with him, because if you remember, it was Doug Peterson.
Yeah.
It was Frank Reich in the early days. And then
he was an MVP candidate.
Yeah, and then Reich went off. He got a job. He was an MVP candidate, but then he got hurt. He tore his ACL.
Yeah, Haloti Nada. You're welcome.
And as a problem, he never was kind of the same after that. So was it the injury, or was it the fact that he didn't have the right coaching after that? I don't know the answer to that. So as I think about it all, I just want to try to figure out whether or not, if I get rid of Dart, or if I get rid of Daboll, is that going to hurt Dart? I don't feel like it's going to. Because, Bart, aren't we...
Depends on who you replace him with, too.
But aren't we finding out more and more that it's a lot more about the quarterback than it's about the coach?
Oh, are you going to Bill Belichick?
No.
Tom Brady?
We
finally got an answer. We finally got an answer?
Somebody floated that last week, and I heard somebody say this, like, you pay attention. Belichick, he's watching what's going on with the Giants.
Oh, God, no.
Where were we 6-7 years ago?
Yeah, ain't nobody.
You can't go down that road again.
Ain't nobody doing that.
No, I don't think so either.
Lane Kiffin, though.
Here's the thing. Is John Mara going to hire somebody like Lane Kiffin? I don't know.
Has he changed? I mean, Al Davis said it. I mean, Al Davis had some harsh words for him.
Yeah.
Character of who he is as a person. But then, like most coaches, take your ass to Alabama, get baptized underneath Nick Saban, all sins are forgiven. Just ask Daboll.
Let's hit Joe in South Carolina next on ESPN New York. Joe.
So my question is the conditions of playing in Denver with that altitude. For 3 quarters, the Giants were going 100 miles an hour.
Oh, I heard this excuse.
All of a sudden, that altitude
Joe.
might have hit the defense. Been like, hey,
Joe,
I can't breathe anymore.
Joe. Have you been listening to our friend Carl Banks? So I think he floated that too. I think Carl Banks talked about the altitude. Come on, man. We are professional athletes. I don't care if you got one lung working at 10% capacity. You ain't supposed to give up 33 points in the fourth quarter. So I can't blame it on the altitude. I've played out in Denver multiple times. Never had a problem. Some of my fat friends, teammates, it was a struggle. But you should have enough guys in shape to be able to get you through the tough moments.
I don't want to hear about the altitude. The other team on the other side that came back was just gone for 2 weeks prior to that.
London.
And Philadelphia. Sir, or 10 days, whatever it was. And you flew all the way back from London to Denver.
Yeah.
And so you don't get back Monday till God knows when, right?
Yeah, because they fly into the headwind.
Exactly. I don't know. I can't put any of that on the altitude stuff. I don't want to hear about it in the fourth quarter. I'm sure it's part of it.
They've been away from there for 14 days from their altitude and being used to living in that altitude.
Well, that's kind of what I was thinking about too. Not that it would affect them as much.
Because you have to let people know that they stayed on the East Coast. They didn't fly back. So they played Philly, stayed on the East Coast.
They stayed. Yes, they came to Philadelphia. They stayed on the East Coast, and then they flew right from there to London. So I don't think that people fully grasp, that's part of that travel and being exhausted too. And I got to tell you the truth, I thought that was kind of why they were getting their ass kicked in the first 3 quarters too. It played a role at least.
Yeah, man, I had any juice. You know what I mean? Also to get dehydrated, all that flying.
Yeah.
And then they already live in altitude. It's funny because I played with Trevor Price, who was out there the majority of his career, won 2 championships out there. And the first thing he told me is how much weight he gained since he's been in the East Coast. Because when you're up there at altitude, you don't retain water. So you drop all your water weight. And then when you come down here, you hold water weight. So he's like, man, I gained maybe 10 pounds, just by living out here opposed to living in altitude.
800-919-3776. On the Daboll front, okay, do you feel like the heat has been turned down a little bit because of how Dart has played?
I do. Because he's saying, see, I told you I was right. Look, I found this a quarterback. And at the end of the day, if they lose every game but feel like they found the quarterback of the future, then they've won. Because you can get all the other stuff right, but if you don't have a quarterback, it's going to be so hard to maximize your team.
So let's talk about a couple of aspects of this before I get back to the calls. Number one, all right, if they're not playing well the rest of the way, but the quarterback is, that kind of flies in the face of the whole thing. And if the Giants win 5 games, but you feel like Dart's the guy, it almost feels like, did we really find out whether he is or not when you're only winning that amount of games? Number two, I gave these guys the opportunity with Daniel Jones to make the decision as to whether or not to keep him long term. I understand, if I'm John Mara, that they didn't get to draft their own guy until this year. But Bart, to me, when you commit the money to someone long term, at least for a couple of years, even though it wasn't the ultimate massive contract, it was saying, hey, we believe in this guy, and this is our guy, and this is who we're rolling with. It's almost identical, and then you could say in a lot of ways, it's investing a whole lot more than you are in a high draft pick. You're putting the money behind the guy, even though you didn't draft him.
Yeah.
So you must believe in him enough where you're willing to hand him $80+ million. So I guess my point would be, for those who argue he never got a chance to take his own guy, he kind of did.
They chose their guy.
And they chose him after 15 touchdowns, 5 picks.
But it also shows that they may not have been wrong as far as how they saw him as a raw talent. They may have been ineffective on how to build around that talent.
Which brings me to point 3. Where were the decisions made here?
Evan Neal.
We moved on. We drafted Evan Neal. We did not draft well on the offensive line. Schmitz. Has Schmitz been good?
Nope.
We did not draft well on the offensive line. We have not improved that very much. We didn't sign great free agents on the offensive line either. Illuminor's, okay, he's a guy. Runyon, yeah. We also made the decision on Saquon Barkley. What do you know? I put Jones in a situation where he's got a better offensive line, like I told you about, only 6 sacks this season, and he's got a really good running game with Taylor. And all of a sudden, this guy's playing lights out. So is it I didn't give him enough? I didn't know how to maximize his talent? Or is it all of the above, which would put all of the blame on both of these guys, on Daboll and Shane? Okay, you paid him, but you didn't put the right guys around him, and you didn't do the things that clearly the Colts are doing to develop him. Where do I put that blame?
I mean, you got to put. Listen. My issues has always been with Steichen. Steichen?
Yeah.
The
Indianapolis coach?
No, that's Steichen. I'm tripping.
Shane?
Yeah. It's always been with Shane, right? Because you have to do a better job and build. How long are we going to wait for the Giants to build an offensive line? We've been waiting forever. Are we going all the way back to the Will Hernandez days? You know what I mean? We've been waiting for them to build something so that they can put a quality quarterback behind. Like, Daniel Jones was sacked and hit more than anybody. Like, and now they got to find a way how to get a running game and establish a run game. You know, Scatterbull is cool, but he still needs to have multiple guys there, right? You got to have multiple guys because Scatterbull you can't give him the ball 20, 30 times a game. So you got to do a better job in building this roster. Like, they built the roster good on defense. I know Banks hasn't turned out, but nobody bats 1,000. But they need to do a better job in getting real talented players, playmakers, especially like when you get a good quarterback. Your next couple of drafts have to be all about the quarterback. It's got to be about how do we support him, how do we put players around him. So I expect all the draft equity, all the free agent money to go to how do we surround Jaxson Dart around talented players that's going to accentuate his strengths. And the defense be damned. We just got to get better on the defensive side of the ball.
Lorenzo's in the truck next on ESPN New York. Zoe, what do you got?
Hey, how you doing? Hey, Bart and Chris, how y'all doing, man?
Good.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. Yeah, I was just basically listening to you guys. Listening to Carlin about his weight loss. Now, I just had not I did, but what I've been doing, or what maybe you can do, I stopped eating bread. I maybe eat bread like once a week. And that happened to be a big thing. I went to the doctors, and I also had nurse practitioner. I was just filling out my prescriptions, and she basically told me that I was 10 pounds lighter last year. I said, okay. I'll come back in 1 month for my wellness fit, and I lost 12 pounds. And now I'm like almost 25 pounds down since June. So I exercise 3 to 4 days a week, and I stay away from carbs during the week, and I also fast when I drive in the morning. I don't eat anything for like 12 hours from evening to the morning.
I mean, first of all, you started with just no bread, and then we started, I'm exercising 4 times a week. Now I'm not eating for 12 hours at a clip. Oh, what else? What else, damn it? What else? You just conveniently keep throwing these things on top.
What is this, the Matrix? You drinking a protein goop?
No. I said, no, when I don't eat anything from, like, dinner time until, maybe 5 o'clock in the evening until 5 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So that's my fasting.
You got a 12-hour trip.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, so you talk about your 12 hours of fasting. Like, sometimes I do 16. You eat in between 12 and 8. Because you're a trucker, that's your schedule. So you're telling Carlin to find 12 hours out the day where he's not going to eat, and add that when you're sleeping.
12 hours.
So
geez.
So we hoping that you're sleeping 6.
Forget the fasting. I'll go slowing.
It did it for me, and I also have been exercising probably the most.
There we go. See, just keep throwing them on there. By the way, I'm eating nothing but fruit. I'm eating nothing but fruit whatsoever and flavorless chicken. And it's working like a dream. You don't say.
We put a pinch of salt in DoorDash. In Dash. Mr. Dash.
Oh, yeah.
That salt that's black. That salt that's black.
Was it Mr. Dash?
Mr. Dash. Mr. Dash.
Or was that?
Mr. Dash.
Was that the knockoff brand of Dash? I know what you're talking about.
Probably.
Yeah. Like King Vitamin?
Yeah, like King Vitamin. Fruit rings. He was like, Carly, ever since I stopped eating bread, eating fruit, candy, air, water, and fasting 12 hours a day.
And working out 4 or 5 times a week.
You, too, can lose 25 pounds.
No kidding. Here's what I need you people to understand. I want to lose the weight and not put any effort in.
Right.
I want to keep eating whatever the hell I want, and I just want the weight to disappear.
I just want to wake up and eat and hope it all disappears.
Help me out. That's all. I'm just looking for the easiest way possible to lose weight that doesn't involve me having to actually change anything about my life, that allows me to eat whatever I want, whenever I want, and to sit on my fat ass as long as I want. Where is the doctor that's going to come up with that weight loss plan?
It's in Europe.
It might be in Turkey. It's Bart Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York app. You were talking about the Jets earlier, and I know you talk about the blind squirrel and all that stuff. The one thing I keep coming back to when I want them so desperately to win this game, because I do think it's important that you get a win going into the bye and have everybody at least feeling a little bit better about it. But the one area I'm struggling is with these receivers and potentially no Sauce Gardner this week.
Yeah. Actually, that may be a blessing in disguise.
Really?
Because I feel like if you had Sauce, you're going to say, oh, well, he's the highest paid corner. He can handle T. Higgins by himself. Wrong. Right? And your Steelers found that out last week.
Yeah, I mean, Chase had 15 catches last week.
Oh, 23 targets.
But if they threw it to him 23 times. 23. Flacco's no dummy.
But the crazy part is like, man.
Hey, guys, let me break it down. I'm going to throw it to our best player a lot.
But that's the crazy part. You're like, all right, well, that means that, he gave up. No, Higgins had like 10.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, hey, we throwing the ball 40 times and they getting 20 and 20. If you can stop them with that, then good luck.
Good luck.
But, you have to just simply, like, make them earn everything. You can't give them any cheap or big explosive plays. So I think you just have to be physical at the line of scrimmage and double them and, hope that you can stop the run. It's funny. I didn't realize the Brown kid was the 2 kids that were the twins that were homeless.
Chase Brown?
Yeah. And his brother. I don't know if his brother plays for anybody. But, the dream they had is a immaculate, amazing story.
Yeah, kid, he went to Illinois. Yeah.
Yeah, about their journey. But it's going to come down to if we're allocating resources to stopping them in the passing game, how do we stop this run game in a light box? And, with Quincy Williams coming back, it gives you a little bit more hope that maybe they can do that because it reunites him with Sherwood and the chemistry that they had. And then the Kiko Manoa, he should be better because he's been getting a lot better throughout the week. Throughout the absence of Quincy. And let's see if they can find ways to kind of be able to stay fresh and be able to, handle that light box.
But all of this just brings me back to the same thing. How are you going to defend those two guys? And listen, I don't expect you to shut them down.
Well, that's
but
how you do it.
How do I stop them enough that's going to give my offense a chance?
Well, that's why I'm saying you got to double them. And so you double them. That means you're putting 4 people on 2 people.
Yep.
Right? So that means when you got a quarterback, the quarterback counts as one person because you automatically have a +1 if you're a defensive player. So now they're up 3. So now what you have to say is, well, we got to steal an extra man for coverage. So that means we got the 2 linebackers got to be, instead of 2 people, they got to be 3 people. You got to be 1.5 peoples, right? So to do that, you got to figure out how do we protect them. So like usually what we would do, we would stab our ends. We would put them out wide to make the tackle open up, stab our ends, and say if they're going to run outside. And that's going to take time for them to get outside. And we would widen our linebackers and say, okay, scrape over the top, because if they're going to run, they're going to see this as the weakness in the bubble. And you just got to stand up and hope that you're only giving away an 8-yard run instead of a 30, 40-yard pass. So you play that game. You almost invite them and dare them to run the football.
Yeah. Listen, I'd certainly rather die by 1,000 paper cuts with them.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And
because somebody gets a holding penalty. Somebody gets a procedure penalty. They get behind the sticks, and then you got them.
Look, I really want them to win this, because just getting back to the importance of it, everybody knows what the quarterback situation is. And to what you were speaking about a few minutes ago, obviously if you don't have one, you don't have a chance.
We don't know who's starting yet.
Right. No, but,
allegedly.
But either way, we know that Namath ain't starting. And so everybody, when I say everybody knows what the situation is, meaning the players. If you go to 0-8, I do wonder at what point players who we can honestly say some of them may not be part of the grander plan for the long term.
Yep.
When do guys start tuning it all out? And then how do you balance that when you're trying to figure out what the future is? Now, look, Woody is paying Aaron Glenn roughly $12 million a year for 5 years.
That's a lot.
I don't think he's eating. I don't think he's eating. No, $60 million.
Ooh.
I don't think he's eating $60 million on that.
Oh no, definitely he's good for this year.
Yeah, but my point is this: the players that are going to be here, how much are they going to look at this as like, well, we didn't have a quarterback and this whole thing sucked and it's not his fault and all that? If you go 2-15, and then you're looking into next year, and why am I believing in what this guy is trying to sell me when this was the result last year? And he believed that Justin Fields was the answer.
Yeah, you're talking about the management or ownership for Aaron Glenn and Muji to pick who they think their quarterback of the future is.
That, but also the players who are going to be coming back and playing for him. Is this an attractive spot to come play? Like, are they their first big roll of the dice? Granted, it wasn't a high-risk one for a year. Well, it was to say, we're going to go Justin Fields, and we're going to let this fly, as opposed to trying to make it work with Aaron Rodgers for a year. And this is what's happened.
Yeah.
So when you get so beaten down by losing, I would imagine it is easy to tune people out. So when I worry about how, grand scheme, big picture, I worry about Aaron Glenn's ability to lead with players when this has been the result so far.
Yeah, it's coming too. You know what I mean? Because we talked to J-Mac, which I didn't know he went by J-Mac, but we talked to J-Mac.
You didn't know he went by J-Mac?
No.
I called him that.
I don't know. You know what I mean?
All right, well, I mean.
You work with somebody, you start hearing people like, oh, this is what he go by.
I still have trouble telling them apart sometimes. Him and Devin.
Yeah.
I still do.
I just assume, I just say.
Well, you just assume Devin didn't come in that morning and try to fool everybody?
I just say Cordy.
Apparently they did do that to Belichick one time.
Oh, that's funny.
Like they were supposed to have a meeting with Jason and they sent Devin in.
That's funny. I hope it wasn't a serious meeting.
I don't think it was.
Don't worry, I'll tell him. Like we share one brain link.
A reminder, everybody who is playing in the ESPN New York Survivor Pool, make your pick before Sunday's 1 o'clock games to stay in the running for the $5,000 grand prize. Week 7 was a forgiving week. We only lost 37 players. We've got 507 survivors. Canty, Evan Cohen, Jake Asman, the surviving ESPN personalities. Follow along on the ESPN New York app, powered by SplashSports.com. In moments, we do a little sideline to sideline. I'm looking forward to that. Canty later in the show. Carlin's Corner Table coming later in the show. With a little mozzarella on the menu today. And our picks on ESPN New York and the ESPN New York app.
Friday with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Can the Giants find a way to sweep the Eagles this year?
As long as he's the quarterback, Dave, they have a chance to beat any team. Honestly, we couldn't say that for a very long time with this team.
Will whoever is playing quarterback for the Jets get the offense going?
Yeah, I think it'll be Tyrod Taylor on Sunday. The Jets are playing the mystery game.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg today at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Listen up, football fans. At Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Did you know women account for 2/3 of all Americans living with Alzheimer's and 2/3 of all Alzheimer's family caregivers? Join the Alzheimer's Foundation of America at its Women Empowerment Forum on November 5th in Amityville to learn practical ways women can reduce their risk for Alzheimer's and enhance quality of life for themselves and their loved ones living with Alzheimer's. For more information or to register, visit alzfdn.org or call 866-232-8484. Is college even worth it these days? At Empire State University, it actually is. They are SUNY's leading online university. Flexible, affordable, and built for real life. With more than 120 degree programs, you can study what matters most to you. And students agree. They're ranked #1 in student satisfaction among SUNY schools. Whether you are finishing what you started or starting fresh, your goals are within reach. See for yourself. Visit SUNYEmpire.edu before the next term begins.
Shop new fall offers at Bay Ridge Mazda. Lease a 2025 Mazda CX-30S for as low as $199 per month or finance for 2.9% APR for 36 months. Or the 2025 Mazda CX-5S for as low as $229 per month or finance for 2.9% APR for 36 months. Plus, enjoy 1 year of complimentary Bay Ridge Plus benefits like ding and dent coverage, key replacement, windshield protection, and roadside assistance. Visit them in Brooklyn or online at BayRidgeMazda.com. Bay Ridge Mazda, where confidence comes standard. See dealer for details.
Make cancer screening a part of your annual healthcare routine. New York Presbyterian offers a full range of cancer screenings, including lung, cervical, prostate, colorectal, breast, and more. Regular cancer screenings could save your life by detecting cancer at its earliest, most treatable stages. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester. Learn more at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Dave Rothenberg here to tell you about my friends at Bathfitter. Now, they converted my kids' bathtub to a shower and did an incredible, really an unbelievable job. They offer all types of custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit done in just one day. Durable and easy to clean with no demo or mess and lower cost than a standard replacement. And a lifetime guarantee. Right now, no money down, no payments, no interest until 2027. So start designing your bath today like we did at bathfitter.com. There's only one Bathfitter.
On eBay, every find has a story. Like if you're looking for a vintage band tee, not just any tee, the band tee. You wore it everywhere until your best friend stole it. Now you're on eBay, and there it is. Same tee from the same tour. The things you love have a way of finding their way back to you, especially on eBay. Where else can you find that mint trading card you searched everywhere for, or your first car, the one you wish you never sold? It has to be eBay. Shop eBay for millions of finds, each with a story. eBay, things people love.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check if they're going for it on 4th down, before going to the concession stand.
Yeah, give me 3 hot dogs, 2 jumbo touchdown, baby! What?
Hey, buddy, you want cheese with those?
Yeah, checking first is smart.
No.
So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Stand up. Yeah, you thought you had me, didn't you? Huh? When you move, I move. Just like that. When you move, I move. Just like that. Yeah, Tom thought he caught me slipping. I see you, Tom, expanding your bandwidth. Stand up. Stand up.
Hey, this is important. I didn't know about this deal. All right, giving you a heads up on this. YouTube TV customers, you could lose ESPN and the sports you love, including college football, college game day, Monday Night Football, NBA, college basketball, and more. You got to take action. Go to keepmynetworks.com to keep ESPN. Keepmynetworks.com. This is a problem. I got YouTube TV. This is an issue. Are we losing ESPN? Because then we got a problem. We got a problem.
It's going to be a problem for me and you, Chris.
You got YouTube TV too?
Oh, yeah.
That's not, no. Listen, I got YouTube TV because of the old NFL situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's crazy because that's what I'm saying. A lot of stuff is changing. With these streaming services, these packages, it's like, they make you, they always, negotiating with certain people, like what's in that package. So, like, you may have something, before we remember, Optimum and other people talking about that. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like, every once in a while, we're going to drop MSG. People are like, hold up, what are we talking about? Call your local, like, that's what made me nervous about YouTube TV. You know what I mean? Because you don't know what you get.
Well, now I'm nervous. You serve me up the old screw job here? Then we got a problem. Then we got a problem.
And sorry, we need a lot more advance notice before you can cancel. Like, nah, brother. If it ain't with ESPN, I want all my money back.
It's Bart Carlin on ESPN New York and on the ESPN New York app. Let's go sideline to sideline.
It's gonna happen.
This is Sideline to Sideline. Go. With Bart and Carlin.
Sideline to Sideline is driven by Ramsey Mazda. Tom Bauer, the floor is yours.
All right, well, we just had driven by Ramsey Mazda. Jermaine Johnson apparently isn't going to be driving anywhere outside the tri-state area pretty soon because of mid-trade rumors speculation, gentlemen. Well, he says he's not leaving anywhere. He even posted a gif of the Wolf of Wall Street, that iconic moment. I'm not beeping leaving. He posted that on social media. He told ESPN, I'm definitely wanted here, and I want to stay here. That's been understood, hence the tweet.
I don't know. Maybe we're speaking a little too soon. Somebody backs up with a first-round pick. They get desperate enough. You never know.
Yeah, listen, you can't depend on that one right there.
It's not really up to him at this point, is it?
That is true.
Listen, if I was a team looking for a pass rusher, and I felt like I was a pass rusher away, Jermaine Johnson is one that I would definitely look at.
I mean, you have to. I mean, he's an outstanding player. The Jets are stuck in between a rock and a hard place because they got to know, do they extend him? But he's been injured so often. He's in that same class with Garrett, Brees, and Sauce. So you really have to consider that.
All right, next.
All right. And sorry, I was just...
Smooth.
Yeah, I know. It wasn't that smooth. I'm sorry.
2, 3. All right, yeah. Go ahead.
Thanks. The Vikings and Chargers had a game last night, and spoiler alert, it didn't go it didn't go the Vikings' way. It was an absolute trouncing of the Vikings as your guy Carson Wentz was in the game, Chris. And yeah, didn't go that way. All the speculation is whether J.J. McCarthy is going to be returning to the Vikings soon or not. Kevin O'Connell after the game, if J.J. is healthy, J.J. will play. That's been the case since the injury. I think that's been the case in every single league since the inception of time.
Well, Wentz makes that easy sometimes. But, Bart, it is a bizarre situation what has gone on with J.J. McCarthy, just unable to stay healthy up there at all.
Yeah, I mean, and it's unknown, right? I mean, I called Carson Wentz today the Winter Soldier. I mean, you look at his left arm, he had a brace on it, like a black sleeve, an elbow pad, a tricep pad. I don't know, like, it's not sustainable. They're falling behind. You look at Detroit, you look at Green Bay, but is McCarthy a better option? You know, the problem is both of their tackles were out, right? Both of their tackles were out last week. And can they protect J.J. McCarthy?
I mean, Darisaw ended up coming back in street clothes last night in the second half.
Yeah. And then the right tackle. So they're beat up on both sides. Justin Jefferson is really, being wasted away. But that's why one of the big conversations we had on the air was about they should have signed Sam Darnold. They could have franchised Sam Darnold just to have some insurance. And they had Daniel Jones in the building too. Let him walk away as well.
Now, I know it's insurance, but if you'd franchise Sam, wouldn't that have been problematic? Like, Sam is not going to be happy about being franchised in that spot.
I mean, well, you could have signed him. He only signed for $30 million to.
Yeah.
He was 14-2 for you.
But he wanted to be a starter.
I mean,
to go make more if they was only going to make 30 somewhere else.
Jordan Love set for how long?
I know.
Like, they pushed all their cards and they signed two linemen, and they signed 2 linemen. They signed 2 Hargrave and Jonathan Allen.
Yep.
They push all their chips to the middle of the table. And then you're going to say, well, we're going to be unsure at the most important position at quarterback?
I know. I think they thought they were being sure with McCarthy. That's the problem.
How, when he only played 1 preseason game last year?
They had that kind of belief in him. Listen, I don't disagree with you, but and here's the other thing. By the way, is Darnold going to get paid after this season?
Darnold already got paid.
He signed another extension?
No, he signed a multiple-year deal with Seattle.
Oh, I thought it was he only got 30 a year or something like that, but it was a shorter term.
Yeah, but it's a multi-year deal, so it's not like he can go back to next year and say, hey, I want more. They can offer him more because now they're secure and believe in him. But right now, he's under contract next year, too.
Next.
So this is what I wanted to mention about the Giants before I unsuccessfully tried to transition to Chargers-Vikings. So a little bit of an injury update for the game on Sunday. So good news, John Michael Schmitz, he's out of concussion protocol. He's looking like he's going to play. Wonderful. On defense, though, things don't look so good. Paulson Daboll, Javon Holland, Brian Burns, and Chauncey Golston are not practicing as of yesterday.
Oh, boy.
According to Renan. And the scary thing here, guys, Brian Burns, according to Renan, might be the only one with a real chance to play against the Eagles on Sunday.
I mean, listen, he's obviously the most important of that group, but you're not beating the Eagles without at least 3 of those guys on the field, I would think. You need Holland out there.
Yeah, I mean,
you're not
and
beating
especially they're pissed off about what happened.
Yeah. I don't. This is a tough spot. I could see this being a Dart rookie game type spot. Very difficult.
I mean, the Eagles are pissed off.
Yeah.
Like, you embarrassed us. You doing backflips, taking your shirt off in MetLife. Like, I think this game's personal. I mean, I'm sure they're going to be showing the shirt off and the backflips and all the swag that they try to have. Now you coming in their house to link, and your young quarterback said he wants to be there.
I don't think you're wrong. I think this could be a tough situation for the Giants. Next.
So just confirming Jordan's reporting. So I was reading yesterday afternoon's reports. He just literally tweeted something out as we're in the middle of the segment. Brian Burns is practicing today per Daboll. That's a good sign for Sunday. But again, Paulson Daboll and Javon Holland, they are confirmed to be missing their 3rd straight practice this week.
If you don't practice on Friday, which is Fast Friday with no pads on, basically shorts, then you can't do a lot.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's a problem.
So now let's talk about Chris Carlin's favorite quarterback. That's Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, God.
What do you mean, oh, God?
You know what I mean, oh, God.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
So
what now?
So apparently, he plans on retiring as a Packer, as he rightfully should.
Yeah,
at the end of the season.
Yeah.
And here's his quote: "I was there for 18 years. Regardless of when I hang it up, that's the bulk of my career. I'll retire a Packer and see what happens after that. I've got a lot of love for the organization and my time there." They asked this week, "Is it a revenge game or whatever? What do I got to be avenging here? They made me a ton of money. I grew up there, spent some of my best years of my life there. I've got nothing but love for the organization."
Yeah, but you were destroying them on the way out the door. You were making life miserable for them for years. See, this is what happens. And same thing happened with Favre, Absence makes the heart grow fonder. And he kind of said that. But, you really sometimes do realize, hey, I didn't have it all that bad there, as much as it turned out. And it obviously didn't turn out great here for him.
Well, I'm sure they're pretty pissed off at the fact that they drafted a receiver first round as soon as he left. Yeah. Wouldn't give me one. But you'll give for this kid? What are you trying to say? Now you want to be aggressive? Now you want to make a trade for Michael Parsons? Where was all this type of aggressiveness? And let's win now when I was there. Meanwhile, you had to build and develop from within.
You know what I would do if I was Brian Gutekunst? If he came to me and said, hey, listen, I want to sign for one day, retire a Packer. No. No. You retire a Jet. You retire a Steeler. You're not retiring a Packer. Not with what you put me through. No.
I won your Super Bowl. You ain't won one since Brett Favre.
I understand. And he didn't even, that was one that you got with him. Next.
So a little bit more retirement speculation, possibly. This one coming out of Miami because Tyreek Hill, we all know he had a very gruesome injury on that Monday night game. Supposedly, he might be contemplating retirement due to the injury. Speaking on Teron Armstead's podcast, he said, at the end of the day, I feel like the decision is based upon how I feel and where my mindset's going to be at the moment. I'm happy with the career I've had. I love playing football, but it takes a lot. It takes a lot on you mentally and physically.
I think after that injury, he's never going to be the same. He was starting to slow down to begin with. I think that's a major problem for him in his career. First of all, I don't know what he's going to get paid.
It's if he wants to deal with the rehab. That's the hard part, and the pain it takes to get back, and the lonely days and lonely nights, and then knowing that it could happen again, or you're going to be compromised as a player, and knowing that you're not happy even playing at the place that you're at. I don't think anybody is happy. He wanted to be traded last year.
I can't imagine that this is going to end well. And if I was Kansas City, I wouldn't want to go down that road again, especially after the injury. I just don't think it's going to be worth it for anybody anymore. Have we seen Tyreek Hill play his last football?
I don't think so. Nobody wants to go out that way. I think we've maybe seen him last time in a Dolphins uniform. Because they may be to the point where they can release him.
No, but I can see, he ends up trying to go play somewhere like the Raiders, and it doesn't work. I could see something like that.
You can always go back home.
Mm-hmm. Any last one?
Yeah, I was just going to go through a little bit of the slate for Sunday, if you don't mind.
Oh, slate away.
Oh, I will. So, on the bye week this week, Detroit, Vegas, the Rams, Cardinals, Seahawks, and Jacksonville. 6 teams, that is. So, I'm just going to go through some of the games. Maybe you don't have to give away some picks yet because I know we're going to do them later.
Oh, yes. Everybody's on the edge of their seats for those.
Hey, you guys went 2-1 last week.
We did it. We did it.
Road to
a winning record again.
For reasonable record.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Any standout games from this bunch? Chicago is at Baltimore, possibly Lamar Jackson's return.
I'm interested in that game. I'm interested to see what the Baltimore defense looks like, too.
Well, we don't even know if Lamar, the report's been that he hasn't actually practiced. He's been there.
It was limited yesterday, but what does that mean?
That means he's throwing in warm-ups.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean that he's taking snaps and running.
Yep.
How about Dallas at Denver? Any intrigue there?
Look, I think there's intrigue there, but I don't know that. First of all, can Dallas? What's going on with Denver's offense? Because Dallas's defense is so atrocious, they should be able to get back on track. And Bo Nix has not really had a great year so far.
Yeah, listen, he was god awful Like his yards per attempt, it's like 6. He's out there throwing bubble screens and extensions of the run game. And when I was in London, he didn't look impressive to me at all.
Yeah.
And last week, he didn't look impressive to the fourth quarter.
He didn't do anything until the fourth quarter. Yes, there's intrigue. I'm interested in that game. I wouldn't say that I'll be on the edge of my seat for it. Put it that way.
Fair enough. And then the two last ones I would have at least my intrigue. Of course, you've got Green Bay at Pittsburgh, as we just mentioned with the Aaron Rodgers of it all. And, of course, Monday night, Washington at Kansas City.
You forgot one.
Oh, of course. Tennessee in Indianapolis.
Thank you. And it's not just because I'll be doing it on radio with our guy Darius Butler. Okay, it is. Might be the best team in the AFC. That's all I'm saying.
I think McCourty he's doing that game too. He's calling on TV.
He is calling it on TV.
Man, it's going to be a Rutgers reunion.
I'm looking forward to it. It's nice too. No little flight in between with the double dip this week.
Oh, that's right. You're already going to be there.
Rutgers and Purdue. Nice little 40-minute jaunt to Indianapolis, and I will be snuggled into my bed at the hotel.
Nice.
By 8 o'clock on Saturday night.
Room service and ordering a movie?
I don't think you have to order the movie anymore.
No? Oh, that's right. They don't do that anymore? Like when you go there and you buy the movie?
What,
they took that out?
No, I think they still have, some of the places still have pay-per-view, but most of them don't do it anymore because you can hook up your streaming to it.
That's true.
And, porn has become as free as it has.
Don't worry, I got that on my iPad, buddy. Don't worry about it.
It's Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York.
Ballybet Sportsbook. Yo, Ballybet stacked for football season. When it comes to sportsbook apps, it's undefeated. Ballybet. Check out that brand new parlay zone. Here's the kickoff. Build your bets and place them right on your phone. What? Live bets, daily boosts, and promos. Increase your odds so you can win more dough. Touchdown! Ballybet's the play. Make game day more fun and download it today. Must be 21 plus, New York only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY. Ballybet, Sportsbook and Casino.
Download it.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. BetterHelp therapists have helped over 5 million people worldwide on their mental health journeys. That's millions of stories, millions of journeys. And behind every one is a therapist who showed up, listened, and helped someone take a step forward. Moments in therapy, like the right question, a safe space to cry, or a small win, can change lives. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally, and it works. With an average rating of 4.9 out of 5 for a live session based on over 1.7 million client reviews. This World Mental Health Day, we're celebrating the therapists who've helped millions of people take a step forward. If you're ready to find the right therapist for you, BetterHelp can help you start that journey. Our listeners get 10% off their first month. Just call pound 250 and say the keyword timeout. That's keyword timeout after calling pound 250.
Looking for the best internet deal? It's just a fast phone call away. Only Optimum Fiber Internet delivers the fastest and most reliable fiber internet starting at just $40 a month. That's right, lightning fast fiber internet at a price that won't slow you down. Call 888-4OPTIMUM today to lock in your offer in just a few minutes and see how you can also get the Disney Plus Hulu bundle and an unlimited mobile line on us. Don't take slow for an answer. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Terms apply.
We are moving now.
Electric bikes are everywhere. They are quiet and very fast. Teens ride them on the roads, in bike lanes, but also in places they should not be, like sidewalks and parks.
Look out!
When you ride, wear a helmet. Don't speed. Watch out for pedestrians and cars. New York State and your community have specific rules for electric bikes. Follow them. Go to trafficsafety.ny.gov for more info. A message brought to you by the Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
The fall is here and Halloween's right around the corner, which means the cold weather is coming. And that's why now's the time to fill up with Romeo's Fuel. Fill up before it gets too cold. Now is the best time because prices are still so low. Romeo's Fuel makes it easy for you to keep your house comfortable and warm in the coldest months. Get discount home heating oil from the best in the business. Order online at romeosfuel.com for the best and lowest price on home heating oil. That's romeosfuel.com, romeosfuel.com, romeosfuel.com.
Your fantasy roster is set. The smack talk is heating up, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing the ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Make the connection today with ESPN Bet Fan Center and the ESPN Fantasy app. ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
At AT&T, we guarantee our network so you can talk college football with your BFF while taking Buster to the vet.
Hey, yeah, I can't believe he ate the whole thing of chicken wings.
And I can't believe we're staging a comeback. Touchdown! Yes! Yes!
Staying connected matters. That's why in the rare event of a network outage, you'll automatically get a bill credit for a full day's service. For wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers, must be connected to impacted tower at onset of outage. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for full details.
The city that never sleeps and never stops talking sports. ESPN New York is always on. Now you can live and breathe everything New York sports wherever you are. On your radio dial, on the ESPN New York app, and streaming live on YouTube. However you watch or listen, ESPN New York is always on for you. Hear us, stream us, watch us. This is ESPN New York.
By the way, Sideline to Sideline was driven by Ramsey Mazda. It's the experience of driving a new Mazda and buying a new Mazda from Ramsey Mazda. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York app. Dave on the car phone up next on the phone lines at 800-919-3776. David, what do you got, brother?
You know, I want to see if you guys, thanks for having me on, can see my perception as valid. I'm starting to look at the Jets organization and the coaches that they pick. It's almost like I'm losing respect for Glenn, and here's why. It seems like and I don't know how it was when you were there, Bart, but it seems like since your time, the coaches they're getting, especially with inexperience, are just puppets. And they're not really allowed to act on their own convictions. And here's why I'm bringing this up now, and I want your opinion. I'm looking at Robert Saleh with all-pro guys who are shelved for the year. I think the Niners are somewhere between 10 and 14 in defense. Regardless of their ranking, those guys are playing for him. They're engaged on the sideline. And the energy and body language that Robert Saleh has, which got him the job with the Jets now, is back, which leads me to believe the toxicity of the ownership of the Jets is doing the NFL, not just the fans, but actually doing the NFL a disservice to have that team in New York and to basically – it seems like they're deteriorating people who come here with a purpose and who actually know the game.
But I want to go back to your original point. Where do you get the puppet thing? Like they're a puppet for who? Like Robert Saleh was a puppet for who?
I think that behind closed doors, Robert Saleh had a direction, just like other coaches, and was like, you know what? We should do it this way. If it doesn't work out, you're going to fire me anyway. But can I do this without the meddling? And now you have Glenn in the same situation where it's like you don't know what to believe anymore when Glenn steps to the podium.
Listen, I don't think any of that's true. I don't believe that there's like severe meddling going on. I don't think that's what this is. I think that a lot more of what this is that they have just not put together a good roster, as good of a roster as they thought. They went down the wrong path with the quarterback. And if you're talking about picking coaches, I've heard positives and negatives about Saleh and all of them from people in the building, from people outside the building. So you don't know what to believe after the fact. Listen, I think Saleh is a guy that might be suited to be a better defensive coordinator than a head coach.
That could be true. And he's going to get another opportunity.
He's getting another chance.
Him and Ulbrich is going to get another chance to be a head coach.
Right. But I guess what you could say is have the Jets chosen wisely when it comes to the head coaches since Rex? I mean, I don't know how you can say that.
We know Todd Bowles was a good coach, or we think he's a good coach. It's just
he's gone somewhere else to do it.
But how long do we have to give the
Adam Gase is not in the game anymore. That was a mistake.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is it's tough because you ask yourself, if these guys have left and proven to be good coaches, then is it just the fact that our fan base doesn't have the patience?
Patience is a freaking swear word to this fan base because they will sit here and tell you, what have I been if not patient? 14 years, man.
No, I get it. Saleh, you can say Saleh got his fair.
Saleh got four plus years. So, patience to me is not the word to use here. It's you have constructed things poorly consistently. You can't call them a puppet. What I would say is, maybe they haven't chosen their leadership particularly well. But it's not like Aaron Glenn wasn't having his other opportunities this offseason. How many jobs did he interview for? 5 or 6? Yeah. Seemed like there was that many, but he always wanted the Jet job.
Yep.
And listen, I don't think it's a puppet thing at all. I don't think it has anything to do with that. I think in some cases they have picked people poorly, and in other cases you have seen guys who have just been able to go somewhere else and thrive. Like for me, I think that there will be somebody who will look at Joe Douglas's drafts and he'll get another chance at being a GM in a couple of years. I would not be shocked to see that.
Yeah.
Because you'll look at it and say, oh, wait, he did draft all these players who turned out to be pretty good. What did he whiff on? He whiffed on the quarterback. And that's what matters.
And if I'm a team that has a quarterback, yeah, I know he may not be able to pick a quarterback, but he can do everything else.
Bart Carlin, ESPN New York. Canty joining us in moments on all of the football. Also, we've got Carlin's Corner Table next hour, and we have got our picks coming as well. Jam-packed noon hour, ESPN New York, ESPN New York app, and on YouTube at the ESPN New York channel.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-30 2.5S all-wheel drive for $159 for 33 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN SM841631, MSRP $26,980, 0 security deposit, and 1031.25.
All your favorite NBA players are back, and DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, is the place to bet on NBA stars this season. With more markets open for more of the game, DraftKings, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, is live when others aren't. New customers, bet just $5 and get 3 months of NBA League Pass. Plus, score $300 if your bet wins, paid in bonus bets. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ. Bet $5 and get 3 months of League Pass, plus get $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. 21 and over. New York only. Eligibility and restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. NBA League Pass auto renews until canceled. Additional terms at dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
Harry Douglas here. Fellas, it's time to step up your grooming game. Manscaped just leveled up with the Lawnmower 5 and the Chairman Plus, 2 powerhouses built for unmatched precision, comfort, and control. Whether you're cleaning up before a night out, preparing for a big meeting, or getting ready for a game day, Manscaped has the tools to help you look and feel your absolute best. These aren't just old school clippers. They're engineered for modern men who take pride in their daily routine. So upgrade your grooming gear and experience the difference. And now you can find Manscaped products at your local Walmart.
They say a full marathon is the ultimate test. For me, it's more than a race. It's a milestone I once thought impossible. Michelle Smallman here, and I'm running my very first marathon in New York City with the support of Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assists powered by Parity. Together, we're empowering girls and women through sports and education with grants to 32 organizations in 21 states. Every step I take is for the finish line and for the next generation chasing their dreams. Here's to 26.2 miles and a future with no limits.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
That's right, noon o'clock, Bart and Carlin on the ESPN New York app, on ESPN New York. Canty is with us. He is Chris Canty, and he joins us as he does each and every Friday. But first, I want to remind you that, of course, because it's noon, it means that it's
the Power Hour, 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 hour. 9. My boy used to wear 99.
Well, I want you to do 99. Okay, that's good. Yeah, hey, what's up, Canty? How you doing, brother?
Nothing much, man. What is wrong with you?
This is a question that has. Yeah.
Have you lost your mind, Bart?
Yeah, that was a long time ago. I thought that was already established.
That was long.
I thought we established that a long time ago.
Chris Canty, of course, is on Sportsmanlike every day, 6 to 10 a.m. on ESPN Radio with Evan Cohen and Michelle Smallman. And you see him all the time on First Take as well. Canty, I'll start with this news, and it's not great. Both Sauce Gardner and Garrett Wilson ruled out for Sunday, according to Aaron Glenn. As Rich Cimini points out, that's $250 million in talent on the sideline this week. What chance do you give the Jets to beat the Bengals this week?
Yeah, this is not the week that you want to be shorthanded in your secondary. So I'll say this, big fella. The Jets, going into Week 7, had a window where they were playing the Carolina Panthers, the Cincinnati Bengals, and the Cleveland Browns. And sandwiched in there was a bye week. I said during that month, Aaron Glenn had to find a way to run into a win. It just got that much harder for him to do so with those guys being out officially in this game on Sunday. This is not where you want to be if you are the New York Jets, especially after the week that they've had, with the owner having some pointed comments about the quarterback play.
Yeah. Sometimes you can luck your way into maybe something. When you think about Sauce Gardner, I think they would have went in there saying, this is our guy, he can stop anybody, and that would have been a mistake because nobody can stop T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. But now you know that it has to be a collaborative team effort. I think now you maybe get the type of coverages that you deserve. And that's warranted when you have 2 outstanding receivers on the outside. That means double everybody on both sides. That means double him and double. I know that leaves Fant open. But if I'm going to die because you're going to run the ball for 300 yards And I'm hoping that one time you fall behind the sticks, either a procedural problem or something like that. But I am not about to go out there like the Pittsburgh Steelers and poke my chest out and say, I got some lockdown corners, I got some dogs, and then get embarrassed by Joe Flacco again. So I think maybe they lucked into that because I think if they had Sauce, they would have said, okay, Sauce, and took some chances one-on-one, which would have been a major mistake.
Bart, I hear everything that you're saying, but you know this is a league that's built on one-on-one. And if you're not going to play those receivers one-on-one, that means somebody else on your defense has to consistently win one-on-one.
Yes.
If you're loading up for help on the back end with those receivers, that means your front seven has got to do the job when it comes to being able to stop the run and rushing the passer.
Exactly.
So that's where the pressure – that's where the pressure point for the New York Jets comes into play on the defensive side of the ball. If you're shorthanded on the back end, you're going to have to make up for it with your front, being able to get after Joe Flacco. But in order to rush the passer, you got to earn the right to do that, which means stopping the run.
Right.
And that has been inconsistent for the Jets this season. And we saw what Chase Brown did on Thursday night against the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. So that's where the defensive game plan for Aaron Glenn will be won and lost. And here's the other thing. Owner Woody Johnson said the defense has been on a steady upward trajectory. This is not the week that you want to take a step back and have the owner have to eat his own words. And this Cincinnati Bengals offense is more than capable of putting the Jets in that position.
And to your point, Chris, so this is where I'm getting at. If I have to put – and we've all been part of that as a defense. Like, hey, front seven, it's on you. You by yourself today, boys. We know what we're dealing with on the outside. And, I get confidence because at least I know that Sherwood had one of his best weeks of practice. Jermaine Johnson will be in his third game returning. I have confidence in Harrison Phillips and Quincy and Quinnen Williams. And Quincy Williams returns to the lineup this week. So I'd much rather have more faith in saying, hey, it's going to be, if we win or lose this game, it's going to be because you guys were dogs in the run game. Because before last week, the Bengals couldn't run the football. And I knew that, okay, I understand the reason why they could run the football last week because they could throw the football. But I'd much rather put it on that. And I feel like I have more faith in that scenario than I do even with the Sauce Gardner trying to stop this crazy pass attack.
Bro, I hear you. And I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying that it's not going to be as easy as you making it out to be.
Canty with us as he is each and every Friday at this time. The whole quarterback thing, Canty, listen, that aside, there's no good options here. We know this. I worry about where we are for Aaron Glenn's sake because I do still believe in Aaron Glenn. But you go into the bye, you lose another game, you're sitting at 0-8. I do wonder how a coach who is going to be in that position, and the first decision you made was to go with Justin Fields this season, at what point do guys this season start to tune him out, and does that become a larger issue in the grand scheme for him?
Well, I'm not going to go there just yet because the one thing that owner Woody Johnson's comments did do is give his head coach some cover. Yeah. And he let it be known that he still has the utmost confidence in Aaron Glenn to be able to do the job. He threw his quarterback under the bus to do it, but I understand why. Because the conversation coming into this week was, when are they going to fire Aaron Glenn? We know it doesn't feel like a fair chance, and it seems irrational, but it's the Jets. Well, after Woody spoke at the owner's meetings, all of a sudden now it was, how could the owner do this to one of his players? You can never, ever play Justin Fields again.
Okay, Canty, don't tell me, though, that the owner's playing chess and we're all playing checkers. Okay.
No, I mean,
he playing Connect Four. He playing Connect Four.
Big fella, am I telling a lie? Am I telling a lie?
Because I know the conversation shifted.
The conversation this week has not been about firing Aaron Glenn, and that has been the conversation for the better part of the last month, and that has not been the talk this week. So I'm not saying that this was the right thing to do or the right way to do it. What I am saying is that he provided some cover for his head coach. And I think that matters in terms of the messaging coming from the head coach to the locker room. Now, all of a sudden, the guys are not questioning the authority of the head coach because the head coach has the blessing of the owner. So that's the point that I was making. And then the other thing is, the reality of the situation is Justin Fields has not been good enough. He hasn't been.
Nope.
And so making a change at the quarterback position, in effect, is telling the other 52 guys in the locker room, I see you. So I think that those things matter in terms of making sure that Aaron Glenn still maintains a degree of institutional control.
Do you think it's important for him to get a win here before this bye?
Like I said before,
I'm not talking about getting
at some point during that stretch, that month of football, Aaron Glenn has got to get a win, y'all.
Yeah.
He's got to get a win. At some point.
Yeah.
He's got to get a win. At some point. It's good for the program, but, I mean, it's also important for his job security. Because you can have all the belief in the world, but you got to have some tangible evidence that the man can do the job and that progress is being made.
Let's talk about the Giants. Because
Bart's tired of talking about the Jets.
Yeah.
do we have to talk about the Giants, Bart?
I think so because they beat this team 2 weeks ago, and they were very celebratory, right? And now you got a young guy that may not know that he doesn't know, but with everything going on with A.J. Brown, this may be the right time to get him. He may not play this week. He didn't practice the last 2 days. This team can't get to the passer. Why not the Giants? After coming off of that disappointing loss last week, they have to feel like they let one get away. And if they don't, make it to the tournament or be playing meaningful football late in the season, they're going to come back to that game. They're going to come back to the Saints game. So can they muster up enough? And if they do muster up enough, what does this say about Daboll's job security? And what does this say about this young kid and his moxie if he can go into the link and get a win?
Listen, I mean, it would speak volumes about Jaxson Dart. And the one thing I will say in the 4 starts that he had in every single one of those games, the Giants have been competitive. The interesting thing is that they haven't put together a complete game yet. All of that being said, they haven't put together one complete football game. So that's the growth that I'm looking to see from him. Being able to put together a complete game, being able to find a way to have success on the road. He's over so far. So I think those are the things that you want to see from Jaxson. But on the whole, Bart, you talked about A.J. Brown potentially not playing. Have you seen the injury report from the New York Giants?
Yeah, I have.
I mean, yesterday Paulson and Daboll didn't practice. Brian Burns didn't practice. Von Holland didn't practice. DJ Davidson didn't practice. There's so many players that did not practice, and then so many other guys that were limited participants. So you have to be, at the very least, concerned about the state of affairs when it comes to that defensive side of the ball, especially the pass defense, right? We saw that go to hell in the fourth quarter against the Denver Broncos when Daboll and Von Holland were knocked out of the game. So I want to give the Giants a chance in this matchup. I want to believe in Jaxson Dart's ability to make it a competitive game. I just struggle to believe that the Philadelphia Eagles would let a team led by a rookie quarterback best them in 2 of the last 3 weeks.
Chris Canty, you hear him every day, 6 to 10 a.m. on Unsportsmanlike on ESPN Radio and ESPN2, and you see him all the time on First Take. I'm having trouble, and I think we discussed this a little bit last week, but it's really the point of emphasis for me as I try to watch this play out. The idea that I'm going to tie the coach together with the quarterback right now. And I'm asking myself this question, Canty. If I remove the coach from the situation, is that really going to hurt the quarterback long term after this year? And my answer right now is I don't believe it will. So why would I keep Brian Daboll when I lose games like last week based on decisions that he makes?
Let me reframe the question. And my co-host Michelle Smallman on Unsportsmanlike, shameless plug, 6 to 10 a.m. on ESPN Radio, she made this point earlier today, and I think it bears repeating. Do you think that Brian Daboll is helping or hurting Jaxson Dart in terms of his development?
I think he's helping him, but my question.
Okay, so that's your answer.
Well, but my question beyond that is, if I move on from him because he's not doing a lot else right, is it going to hurt him for the long term, or is it really? Hey, Jaxson Dart is a really good player. And as long as I don't put somebody who has no idea what they're doing around him, I'm going to be okay.
But why? But I guess my point is, why take the risk? Why take the risk? You don't have to.
Because he's not necessarily a great coach in every other aspect.
Well, you've seen him coach a team to the playoffs. You've seen them win a playoff game with a quarterback that wasn't of his choosing. This is his hand-picked guy. Think back to the draft war room. This is the guy that Joe Schoen said, hey, you got your quarterback now.
Okay, but let's back up for a second, though. No. And I agree with that. The only problem is they did choose to pay that quarterback after the fact. Like, they had the option to move on from Jones, and they did not do that.
How much of that was ownership, though?
There's the other part of that. So there Bart just dove into something that complicates it and puts another layer on it. But let's just stay with things on face value. If you believe that Brian Daboll is helping Jaxson Dart, then why take the risk of interrupting that progress in your quarterback's evolution to go with an unknown in terms of a working relationship that has to be built? It just doesn't make sense. Coming into this season, nobody thought the New York Giants were going to be very competitive. Everybody picked them to be in the cellar of the division. And guess what? Every single game we're now going into, we believe the Giants have a chance, have a path to victory. Why? Because of the quarterback.
Would Lane Kiffin suffice?
Nah, I don't think Lane Kiffin's going anywhere.
But
I don't see him going anywhere.
But that's not what I'm saying. You're saying we want to maximize Jaxson Dart, somebody that's been a head coach before, not a good one, but who could have been a good one out there in Oakland, we don't know. But if it is somebody that's the biggest threat, I guess I'm saying, who's the biggest threat to Daboll? Is it a guy like Cliff Kingsbury, who potentially can you can weaken them?
Bart, I can answer this question. The biggest threat to Daboll is getting Jaxson Dart hurt. That's the biggest threat to Daboll.
That is still the number one issue that I have. We got to stop this guy from taking hits.
Well, here's the thing. It's not about stopping him from taking hits. It's just about picking and choosing the moments where he's willing to put himself in harm's way.
Yeah.
I don't need him trying to take off on 2nd and 10 in the second quarter.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to red zone, when it comes to game on the line, fourth quarter, I can understand those scenarios. But you can't put yourself in harm's way. Sometimes the most important play is the next one. And that's what Jaxson Dart has to understand. I don't want to teach him to play football careful because I don't think you can be effective as a player that way either. But I do think he has to understand the value of what he means to the team and pick and choose his spots. And that's the part where Daboll has got to coach some of the wild out of Jaxson Dart. If he does, and Jaxson Dart is able to stay healthy, I just don't see a world where the New York Giants decide to move on from Daboll. Joe Schoen, different story. But Brian Daboll seems like the emergence of Jaxson Dart
is that why
has gotten him some job security.
Is that why we see all the hugs and running into the tent, the man crush? Because do you think?
Wouldn't you feel that way if they was ready to run your ass?
Oh, absolutely.
And then all of a sudden this guy shows up and I'm good?
It's like Henry Winkler and Adam Sandler in The Water Boy.
That ain't complicated, Bart.
Can you do this for me? Every play. Yes, coach.
All right, before we let you go, your co-host Evan Cohen was here yesterday, and I'm going to sell him out for a second because I said, we're talking about you and Mel and the baby coming and all that, and I said, do you feel like Canty really knows what's coming? And he's like, no, absolutely not, because he's talking about making all these plans and how these things are, and he said until the kid, and I can't answer this, but until the kids show up and you know what they are and what the needs are, you have no idea. Yeah. So basically your co-host says, you don't know what the hell you're talking about and getting ready for this baby.
Just hold on.
Oh, he's 1,000% right. I have no idea. And we have the birthing coach, we got the doula, I got the OB, we got the dream team, we got all of this stuff, all of these people ready to give me all of this information. Night nurse lined up.
Night nurse is special. Because I'm telling you,
you've been telling me about that, Bart. Like when we talk separate off the air, you've been telling me that night nurse is clutch. But here's the thing: I got all of these things in place, and I still know that I have no idea what I'm doing, and I know this is going to be the hardest game I've ever played in.
The night nurse is going to be great for your relationship, too, because real facts, sometimes babies can come in between relationships because everything is about the baby, so you feel jealous because you don't have time, but you're like, how can I be jealous of a little baby? But then you're like, man, I ain't getting no action, no attention. Like, everybody want grandparents, you know what I'm saying? Grandparents come over, they come see the baby. They just hand you their bags. Hey, Chris, hold this. All right, hey, where the baby at? Like, damn, and I'm a person? I'm your baby. The hell you mean? You want to see a baby? I'm your baby. You know what I'm saying? So, like, the night nurse is key. The night nurse is key because, that's going to give you a mom a special time when she's all good. You know
what Bart's saying is get those extra special earplugs for the night nurse.
Oh, yeah.
Gotcha. That's what Bart is saying. I got you. I appreciate that, Bart. I appreciate you looking out for your boy, man.
For real, man.
I appreciate that. You're a real friend. I appreciate it.
We'll talk next week. Thanks, Canty.
All right, boys. Have a good weekend. Enjoy the game.
You too. That is Chris Canty. Of course, every day, 6 to 10 a.m. Eastern on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, ESPNU with Unsportsmanlike with Evan Cohen and Michelle Smallman. Hey, New York soccer fans, the Audi 2025 MLS Cup playoffs are here. Saturday, November 1st, NYCFC returns to Yankee Stadium for Game 2 of their best-of-3 series against Charlotte FC. Kickoff set for 3:30 p.m. For your chance to be there, enter now at ESPNNewYork.com or through the ESPN New York app. Just click the contest tab and submit your entry. Don't miss this opportunity to experience playoff soccer as the boys in blue begin their chase for the cup. Tickets are now available at Ticketmaster.com/NYCFC. Bart Carlin, ESPN Radio, and on YouTube on the ESPN New York page. We got some sound from both Brian Daboll and Aaron Glenn, who spoke earlier today. As our guy Tom Bauer told us earlier, Brian Burns did practice today, so that was at least a positive sign in that. But here is Daboll getting asked about the kicker situation, and it seems like they were just hammering him on this morning because I've got about 7 different answers about the kicker. Would you ever consider having both Younghoe Koo and Gano active for the game? Everybody obviously worried about the fact that Gano, I believe it's twice now in 2 years, has gotten hurt during warm-ups.
Yeah, I'll see where he's at after practice and what the trainers think and what Graham thinks and how he feels. So we'll see where we're at with that.
Non-answer?
I think if we need to do it, we'll do it. And if Graham is good to go and feels comfortable and the medical staff feels comfortable with it, then we won't.
Bart, I see virtually no shot of anybody dressing 2 kickers in the league anymore. Do you see that?
Yeah, no. It used to be when you had the kickoff guy deep, and especially when you got injuries. You got to have somebody. You got to have enough linemen in if somebody gets hurt. You got to have enough defensive tackles in if somebody gets hurt. So, like, you don't have the luxury. When you got a healthy team and everybody's good, you can tell one of your late linebackers or tight ends, we're going to put you down because we're going to put up 2 kickers this week and stuff like that. The Giants don't have any room for error to have a guy that's not going to show up and do his job.
So here is Daboll getting asked, would you keep Gano off kickoffs to take something off his plate?
Yeah, I think we could do that. I think we could do both. But again, we'll see where he's at after.
Okay, let me ask a question here. With the new kickoff rules, if you watch kickers, this feels like more of a little chip shot that they're trying to put down the middle as opposed to let me just step in and hammer it as hard as I can.
Like,
is that really taking something off of his plate?
It's really not. I mean, if that's the case, you can have your punter do that.
Yeah.
I mean, you just got to get it to the 20.
No, but the point being,
that's really
that's
nothing.
not saving him a lot of rest to dress another kicker for that.
Should be able to do that with the left. But this is the thing. Like, if they in the game, Gano could only have, 5 kicks. What's that? Like, football player, bro. Yeah. You only got to kick the ball 5 times, and you telling me you ain't in shape to kick the ball 5 times?
And then last one is Gano changing anything during the week to avoid injury?
Look, he's done this a long time. I understand he's had a few injuries. He's done a good job these last couple days, and he'll go out there today, and we'll see how he feels after. But he's a pro. I think he feels good, but we'll go ahead and make the right decision for our team.
Listen, my biggest issue here is that you got a 38-year-old kicker who now has done this twice. And at some point, you got to move on and think about something else. And obviously, Jude McAtamney was not the answer
Why isn't Koo getting an opportunity? He was a good kicker for Atlanta.
All I can tell you is if Koo is not getting a chance to do this, Koo must look really bad in practice. He must look really bad.
If he looked really bad in practice, they wouldn't have him on the practice squad.
They got him on the practice squad.
Yeah, but they wouldn't have him on the practice squad if he still looked bad. You would go to another failed kicker. There's plenty of them out there.
Yeah, I would think, but
Did they fire your guy from Rutgers?
Younghoe Koo, he is not.
No, your other guy? Did they fire your other guy?
Who?
The guy that missed the kick.
Oh, Makatamney?
Yeah,
they did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they cut him. They can't bring him back.
Did they give him a Greyhound?
They can't. He is? They re-signed him to the practice squad?
Yeah, Jude's back on the practice squad.
Yo,
I missed that.
Because it's like a free player on the practice squad because it's some like international like player exemption.
Well, yeah, because he's from Ireland, so that's why.
Bro, you that boy got a golden horseshoe up his butt.
Listen, I
he's
told you.
He's still getting paid cheese after what he did. I don't even know if I can look at him at practice.
You know what annoyed me too? Nice kid.
And if he
but you know what? But here's what annoyed me. A few years ago, so when he comes on the roster at Rutgers, and he's going to handle kickoffs, I go up to him at practice one day, and I say, "Okay, how do you say your last name? I want to make sure I don't screw it up."
Mm-hmm.
And he told me Makatamney. Like I take that seriously as the broadcaster. And then with the Giants, it's Makatamney. Like, wait a second.
Hey, bro, you playing
I hear
game.
Kevin Harlan say Makatamney a few weeks ago. I'm like, what are we? I almost texted Ian Eagle to say, hey, it's Makatamney. No. He's telling everybody now it's Makatamney. What are we doing? You're killing me.
Killing me, Petey.
Listen, nice guy. That was a disaster last week, and that cannot happen. And God, I felt terrible for him, but at the same time, like, there's a business, man. You can't miss you cannot miss
chip shots.
Two extra points in one game.
And we lose by one?
Oh, my God. Bart Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York app. There's more to hear from Aaron Glenn. That is coming on the way. In moments, it's back. A little Carlin's Quarter Table. I got a word for you. I want you to think about this word long and hard during the break.
New word.
Cheese. That's the word.
Friday with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Can the Giants find a way to sweep the Eagles this year?
As long as he's the quarterback, Dave, they have a chance to beat any team. Honestly, we couldn't say that for a very long time with this team.
Will whoever is playing quarterback for the Jets get the offense going?
Yeah, I think it'll be Tyrod Taylor on Sunday. The Jets are playing the mystery game.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg today at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
It's NBA tip-off week, and FanDuel is your home for live betting. So even if you miss the start of the game or want to ride the hot hand, FanDuel has live bets on everything from who will score next to fourth quarter comebacks. Plus, you can even combine your live bets into a same-game parlay for a shot at a bigger payout. However you want to play, now's the perfect time to join, because FanDuel is giving new customers $300 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. So just visit FanDuel.com/K to sign up today. Play your game with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. 21 plus and physically present in New York. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Looking for the best internet deal? It's just a fast phone call away. Only Optimum Fiber Internet delivers the fastest and most reliable fiber internet starting at just $40 a month. That's right, lightning fast fiber internet at a price that won't slow you down. Call 888-4OPTIMUM today to lock in your offer in just a few minutes and see how you can also get the Disney Plus Hulu bundle and an unlimited mobile line on us. Don't take slow for an answer. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Terms apply.
Is college even worth it these days? At Empire State University,
It actually is. They are SUNY's leading online university. Flexible, affordable, and built for real life. With more than 120 degree programs, you can study what matters most to you. And students agree. They're ranked #1 in student satisfaction among SUNY schools. Whether you are finishing what you started or starting fresh, your goals are within reach. See for yourself. Visit SUNYEmpire.edu before the next term begins.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. BetterHelp therapists have helped over 5 million people worldwide on their mental health journeys. That's millions of stories, millions of journeys. And behind every one is a therapist who showed up, listened, and helped someone take a step forward. Moments in therapy, like the right question, a safe space to cry, or a small win, can change lives. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally, and it works. With an average rating of 4.9 out of 5 for a live session based on over 1.7 million client reviews. This World Mental Health Day, we're celebrating the therapists who've helped millions of people take a step forward. If you're ready to find the right therapist for you, BetterHelp can help you start that journey. Our listeners get 10% off their first month. Just call pound 250 and say the keyword timeout. That's keyword timeout after calling pound 250.
Listen, the weather is starting to cool off a little bit and the cold is coming fast. Fill up your oil before the cold sets in. Now's the best time because the prices are still so low. By the time we get to Halloween and early November, you know it's going to be freezing. So make it easy to keep your house comfortable and warm. That's what Romeo's Fuel does. They keep you warm with discount home heating oil. Order online at romeosfuel.com. Now fully serving Nassau and Suffolk, go to romeosfuel.com today. That's romeosfuel.com.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA, is the place to bet on NBA stars this season. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use promo code PARLAY. That's promo code PARLAY. Bet $5 and get 3 months of League Pass plus $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, pass-through of per-wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. NBA League Pass auto renews until canceled. Additional terms at dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
Mitza, balla, bali, bali, bali. Is that how this go? Mitza, bali, ball.
I believe those are the exact words. Yeah. And not at all stereotyping any sort of people.
Is that bluegrass? Is that like, what kind of, is that the three?
Is
that
Italian.
the banjo?
That's the tarantella, isn't it? That's the tarantella.
Oh, I thought
tarantella.
I thought it was a banjo.
Thought that was a banjo?
Or ukulele or something. I don't know. They didn't have like a little island thing.
What about the banjo was Italian to you?
I thought the banjo was like bluegrass. Right? That's why I was confused because they got the three strings.
No, that was not bluegrass.
Got the 3 strings, right?
Yeah, no, it's a tarantella. Come
Mitza, bali.
Yeah, that's exactly how it goes. Mitza, bali. Bart Carlin, ESPN, New York. My friends, first things first, before we get to the corner table, YouTube TV customers, and I'm included in this, you could lose ESPN and the sports you love, including college football, college game day, Monday Night Football, NBA, college basketball, and more. Take action. Go to keepmynetworks.com. That's keepmynetworks.com to keep ESPN. I was unaware that there's an issue, but now I'm aware, and I am certainly going to take some action as a YouTube TV customer. Bartholomew, it is once again that time for a little Carlin's Corner table after a week off. And the word I asked you to think about was cheese.
Yes.
Let's get to it.
I had some bacon. Chris Carlin likes food. I don't like food. I love it. Chris Carlin has opinions on food.
You call yourselves the Burger King, you're a disgrace.
It's Carlin's Corner Table.
I never had the hot dog meat until now.
That one always gets me. But what would you say would be your top 3 cheeses?
I love provolone.
Okay.
Cheddar.
Mm-hmm.
I can rock with some Gouda.
Okay.
Smoked Gouda. And what's the one? The Colby cheese is kind of like white with
Colby
the red.
Jack?
Yeah, Colby Jack.
What about mozzarella?
I rock with mozzarella on my like mozzarella and tomato type of salad.
Okay.
Like that.
Fair enough. Well, if you're from Jersey, you love Jersey cooking, you got to love mozzarella. And this week, we take a trip into Hoboken to a legendary place.
Ooh.
And that is Fiore's House of Quality. Fiore's House of Quality, 414 Adams Street in Hoboken. 414 Adams Street in Hoboken. The special at Fiore's, and I was unaware of this. I don't know how I was, but I was unaware of it. The special is the roast beef and mozzarella. Fiore's makes their own mozzarella, and it is top-notch. And so, Bart, when I walked in, I went on Wednesday. Now, there's something to know about Fiore's, and that is that they have a daily special. And that means that each day they have a particular sandwich that they specialize in, and they don't serve it on the other days. On Thursdays, they serve this roast beef and mozzarella. Now, this is the legendary sandwich. I went on a Wednesday. 2 things here. Number one, I did not necessarily, first of all, I didn't know that it was only a Wednesday, it was a day of the week special thing. So I will plead ignorance there. But secondly, we did the Salt Hanks French dip already, and this is too similar to that.
Gotcha.
I was there for the mozzarella because they make their own mozzarella right there in-house. So you'd got to believe that that's going to be the star of the show.
Yes.
Here's where they had me first. This is a tiny walk-in deli where you just order your sandwich and go. There's no place to sit down or anything like that. And they've got all the old Italian stuff that you would expect in the deli, pasta, whatever you want. I walk in, clearly haven't been there before, and I go up, and it's Wednesday. And it's today's special, sausage and a red gravy.
Ooh.
With the mozzarella. So it's not like a sausage parm because they're not melting the mozzarella.
Uh-huh.
But they're putting the sausage on top of it with the red gravy on a good sandwich. Couple of things about this. They could tell I had not been there before. First thing the guy says, "You been here before?" I said, "No." "Hang on." Goes, gets a piece of the mozzarella, gives everybody who hasn't been there before a good try. And it's not a tiny piece. It is a good, solid chunk of it.
Just quick question.
Yeah.
If you go back again, are you going to say the same thing?
Hopefully they won't recognize me. So, I take my first bite, and what are you looking for from mozzarella? You're looking for a good chewiness. You're looking for a good consistency of it. You're looking for a little hint of salt in that cheese and some good flavors, and it delivered on that. So I ordered the sausage and mozzarella sandwich and got it. Bart, a sandwich that was about 8 inches long, good-sized sandwich, chips, and a water. Cash only. Want to take a stab?
Yeah, no taxes?
No taxes, cash only. I don't know about tax. I don't know if there's no taxes,
okay,
but
$18, $15.
$11.
Oh.
That was the point is, they are taking care of you right away there.
No.
Again, full bag of chips, bottled water, and a good-sized sausage sandwich. It was technically half a sandwich.
Yeah.
The full sandwich, oh, my God, that's your big boy right there.
Did they give you like an Arizona iced tea at 99 cents? Did they keep all the classics
They had a lot
together?
of different drinks. I didn't see what else they had. But they I'm trying to lay off the soda.
$11. We might have to eat there every day.
Okay, and again, but it's cash only. Got to know that.
Okay.
So anyway, Go in, get it. Got to go back to the car because there's no place to eat. Sit in the car, get after it with the sandwich. Bart, this is about the mozzarella, okay? The sausage was excellent. The mozzarella was tremendous. It was very, very good. And all the sausage or the roast beef or any of it is truly a delivery vehicle for the mozzarella because that's the star of the show, right? This cheese could have been delivered in a garbage truck and it would have gotten the job done. Very high on it. Fiore's in downtown Hoboken. Fiore. You can go there on Thursday for the special, which is the roast beef and mozzarella, which is kind of like a French dip. They give you a juice, too. Or you could just go there and get the mozzarella on any other kind of sandwich that you want. I had another sausage. Bart, 4.5 Carlins.
4.5. That's solid.
We're not going 5. We're going 4.5. Excellent. I would say very well worth it. And I was very happy with my purchase.
Have you ever did any Carlin's Corners in which you go back to the same restaurant, but you get something different? Because would you go back and try the special that they have?
Oh, I absolutely would. I absolutely would. And there's a particular reason why I did not just go yesterday, which I could have done.
Yeah.
The reason I didn't is because we had done the Salt Hanks French dip, and I did not want to do something like a French dip again that quickly. So I know everybody is going to hammer me. Oh, you didn't really go if you didn't get the roast beef and mozzarella. Hey, so relax. My corner tables. You open up your own if you got a problem.
So if you go back and you get the the roast beef, do you tell them you never been there before so you can get a taste of the roast beef?
Once again, I will hope.
Because they
do not recognize me. Hopefully some different guys are working on Thursday than on Wednesday.
They might give you like a little ball of it and give you like a little thing of juice and let you dip it in there.
Exactly. Oof.
Give me a sample.
Point is, that mozzarella, that fresh mozzarella, oh boy, that was top notch. And if you're looking for a lunch place going into Hoboken and you're in the area, it is well worth it. And as I said, like $11, that's not bad. That's not bad at all.
Go there for a date.
Maybe. Maybe. That is this week's Carlin's Corner Table. The video aspect of it is up on my Instagram and my, Michael K just sent me a dirty, ugly text on his part. Yeah, all of my platforms, and on the Bart Carlin platform, most importantly, on the ESPN New York platform, on Instagram, on TikTok, that guy Carlin as well. Go check it out there. Like, why does K have to send dirty texts? Yeah. Like, what's that about?
He could, you see, because he out of his element because he don't mess with.
Oh,
he don't
it's
mess
the
with
off
the
season.
sauces.
What's the matter? We don't have any chicken fingers to go taste.
Now he gonna take your chicken fingers and put gravy on it and put some mozzarella on it and say, look, this is better.
Bart and Carlin, our picks coming up on ESPN New York. And Bart,
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
There he goes to the 20, 10, 5. That's a Jet touchdown. That's a Jet touchdown.
Jets fans, be there at MetLife Stadium to see the New York Jets take on the Cleveland Browns on Sunday, November 9th at 1 p.m., presented by Verizon. Don't miss your chance to experience the excitement of game day at MetLife Stadium and cheer on your Jets. Lock in your seats at nyjets.com/tickets and get ready to clear the runway.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. Let me tell you about my friends at Bath Fitter. They remodeled the bath by my pool. They converted a tub into a shower. The result is amazing. Bath Fitter offers all types of custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit. It's done in one day, easy to clean, and durable with no demo or mess, and it costs less than a standard replacement. Plus, a lifetime guarantee. Right now, you get no money down, no payments or interest until 2027. So start designing your bath today at bathfitter.com. There's only one Bath Fitter.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Ballybet Sportsbook. Yo, Ballybet stacked for football season. When it comes to sportsbook apps, it's undefeated. Ballybet. Check out that brand new parlay zone. Here's the kickoff. Build your bets and place them right on your phone. What? Live bets, daily boosts, and promos. Increase your odds so you can win more dough. Touchdown! Ballybet's the play. Make game day more fun and download it today. Must be 21 plus, New York only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY. Ballybet Sportsbook and Casino.
Download it.
This college football moment is brought to you by Serve Pro.
College football teams have moments they recovered from and made it like it never even happened. Like on October 2nd, 1993, when the University of California faced a 30-0 halftime deficit to Oregon. Cal went on a remarkable 42-11 run in the second half to capture a 42-41 victory, one of the largest comebacks in college football history.
Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
Coach Saban here. On the field or on your walls, coverage matters. That's why I go with Behr Marquee Interior Paint and Primer from the Home Depot.
Exceptional hide, advanced stain blocking, and over 1,000 colors to choose from. Behr Marquee delivers one-coat coverage that stands up to real life. One-coat coverage, no overtime. Behr Marquee, only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Valid only when tinted to colors from the Behr Marquee Interior One-Coat Hide Collection.
From the regular season to the Super Bowl, ESPN New York is your destination for football. We've got crazy fans.
If the Giants somehow beat the Cowboys, I'm going to take a dump on your head.
You can feel good because you're a damn football team.
Expert analysis.
Marcus Spears joins us now. ESPN NFL analyst Damian Woody.
Mel Kiper Jr.
The Hall of Famer Steve Young.
He's kind of our resident general manager, Louis Riddick.
We got Mike Tannenbaum right now.
And all your fantasy and wagering needs. This is ESPN New York. We are football.
Yeah. You ready, Tom? You coming with me?
Let's do it.
2, 3, 5, 8. Just got paid. Friday night. Party's jumping. Feel all right. Booty shaking. Dance to the beat. Oh, yeah. Oh. Just got paid. Yeah, baby, it's Friday. I know it's a little brisk outside, a little hawk outside, but it's okay. Layer up, baby. It's the best time to be in New York right now. Fall season with Christmas right around the corner. Got to get to Thanksgiving first. Enjoy yourself. This is the time where family comes together. Those savory meals. You got that chicken and dumplings. You got pot roast, all the hearty stuff. It's fat season now, baby. Get ready for the hibernation. You know what I'm saying? This is when you start.
Go get yourself a big man.
Yeah. Get you a big grizzly bear. Lean up on that thing so you ain't got to get that heat bill up.
You know you're going to go on a trip. You know you're flying first class because we can't fit in the back.
Yeah, buddy. We don't go low class. We go first class.
It's Bart and Carlin, ESPN New York, and on the ESPN New York app. We have our picks for the NFL in just moments after Bart tells us about Samwell.
Yeah. Listen up, New York. It's football season, and you should be out here enjoying every play, every tailgate, every moment. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, joint pain, or sciatica, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. That's where Dr. Jay Shaw at Samwell Pain comes in. He's one of Jersey's top pain specialists, Ivy League trained, double board certified, and dedicated to getting you back in the game. Here's the difference. No surgery, no scars, no recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical, image-guided treatments that gets real results. Dr. Shaw treats everything from neck to back pain to migraine, nerve pain, and chronic joint pain. And he builds a custom game plan that is right for you. Same-day or next-day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. And, yes, most major insurances are accepted. So don't let pain keep you down or on the sidelines this season. Go to SamwellPain.com, call, text, or book online. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
Oh, yes. All right, time for some NFL picks. Hit the music. Bart and I both went 2-1 last week.
We streaking, baby. We streaking.
Bart is now 10-11 on the year.
I'm almost 500.
Almost. I am now 9-12. We both started after 0-6 and 1-5. Not good.
Yeah, some disappointing teams.
But it is time to get to the games this weekend with the Jets, with the Giants, and with the Steelers and the Packers, my friend. Thus, let us get you our selections for the NFL picks. As, of course, I am stalling right now to pull up the lines in front of me.
Well,
Bart, game one.
Yep.
1 p.m., CBS, Sunday. Jets in Cincinnati. Bengals -6.5. What do you got?
Like I said before, even a blind squirrel finds a nut. And if I keep picking the Jets, eventually, hopefully, they'll win one. So why not this week? Joe Flacco.
Two teams. Give me the Cincinnati Bengals to cover. And look, if Sauce was playing, and I know what Bart's been talking about, I might be convinced to take the points, but I'm having trouble on it here. I just don't know how you're going to contain Chase and Higgins and the fact that Flacco can still throw the ball. When I add those three things up, I just don't know how they're going to be able to contain him. Biggest thing is they obviously have to get pressure on the quarterback and make Flacco, get flapped, so to speak.
Well, Flacco's a man of a certain age, so he can wake up and need Dr. Jay Shaw. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
He can wake up with sciatica.
He could wake up with the sciatica. I'm still going to bet that he doesn't this week, and I will take the Cincinnati Bengals -6.5. Game 2, down in Philadelphia, Giants, Eagles at the Link. Philadelphia 7.5-point favorites. Bart, who you got?
Say it again.
Philadelphia 7.5-point favorites over the Giants.
Yeah, 7.5
in Philadelphia.
7.5 in Philly. Revenge game. I can't be stupid. I got to say that the last year's champs are going to get it done. It's just too much to overcome. Saquon Barkley, I think, looks forward to this game, but also after all the smoke, Sirianni is a very, very petty man. So he's going to be looking to get back and showing the clips of Scatterbull and Dart, with the shirt off and all that stuff.
Good news was that today Brian Burns returned to practice, but Paulson Adebo and what are we doing with Javon Holland?
Yeah.
This is an issue. I think the Eagles are going to want to smack the Giants around a little bit. And this, what it feels like? This could be a Jaxson Dart rookie quarterback type game on the road. I would take the Eagles. I would lay the 7.5 comfortably, and I would say the Eagles would win this game by 2 touchdowns.
Do you think he feels it as a road game simply because it's only right down the street?
He probably does. Like, he doesn't know what he doesn't know.
But you know what I'm saying? Going to Denver, that's a big thing.
Yeah.
Like, here you taking a train. You know what I'm saying?
Not even. You're probably getting on a bus.
Yeah, they're probably going to take the train. Like,
they think they will take the train?
Yeah, when we used to go from Baltimore to Philly, we would take the train. We get our own cart. We don't get our own car. We go up, you know what I'm saying, Amtrak.
Right. Well, listen, they could. We'll see. Either way, I just think it's going to be too tough. And he said, I'm looking forward to going in there. Be careful. Be careful. So we are both on the Giants, correct?
We're
both on the Eagles.
Yeah, we're both on the Eagles. Don't eat any Chase steak.
Yes, do not order a cheesesteak. Do not go to Pat's or Geno's because you never know what they're going to throw in it. Game 3, Packers-Steelers, Sunday Night Football. Packers on the road, 2.5-point favorites. What do you got?
At first, I know on Get Up I picked the Green Bay, but now that I think about it, listen, nothing will make his life better. Like he would put this up to one of his crowning achievements. Like it really means something. It really only counts for one game, but it's a revenge game. So this will go up. Remember Brett Favre when he went back with a member of Minnesota, what he did to Green Bay. Usually when these old dudes go back, they usually find a way to make it happen.
Game is in Pittsburgh, though.
Yeah,
remember that.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying usually when they play their team for the first time, they find a way to win because everybody else around them knows how important it is for Aaron Rodgers. So they're going to play their best. And I think that they can have a plan for Michael Parsons, who dominated. They dominated Arizona last week, but the problem was they needed everything they could to beat Arizona. So who is the real Green Bay Packers? I think Aaron Rodgers with that personnel group. Can his defense step up and just do anything or resemble what we thought they were going to be? But all in said, it's hard to play in Pittsburgh. Renegade comes on. You know how it is, emotional. It seems like the temperature's right for an upset.
I am going to go with the Packers here, minus the 2.5, and it doesn't have to do with Aaron Rodgers. It has more to do with the Pittsburgh defense. This could be a night where Jordan Love tears them up. I could see that. I could see them throwing it all over the lot. It wasn't just because of Chase and because of Higgins last week. I don't think Jalen Ramsey has nearly enough left, comparatively speaking. And I think the Steelers' defense is not nearly as good as it usually is. So that's what's got me picking against them.
Is T.J. Watt normal now? Like, you would think with Michael Parsons, T.J. Watt, you would say, man, the best pass rusher in football is right here. Maybe not so more. Passing of the torch?
Maybe. Could be.
Is he just mad?
I don't know if I would say that yet, but he certainly hasn't been dominant.
Got that check.
Certainly has not been dominant. So I am going to roll with the Packers. So I have got the Packers, I have got the Bengals, I have got the Eagles. You have got the Steelers, you have got the Jets, and you have got the Eagles. Correct?
Correctamundo.
Okay, those are the picks. Don't forget the Game Time is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. Because when it's game time, it's Tully time, 7:30. Knicks Celtics at the Garden. Looking forward to that. Coverage begins 7 o'clock right here on 880 ESPN. 7:30, Nets hosting the Cavaliers at Barclays Center. And at 7, the Devils host the Sharks at Prudential Center. Did you see the video of Don in the booth the other night calling the big goal down the stretch for the Devils, and he turns to the camera, the little GoPro that they got in the booth, and he points. That was tremendous. I'm stealing that sucker. If I get a big touchdown from Rutgers this weekend, that sucker's going right in there.
Did he blow a kiss to himself?
Not yet. I don't know if he will. He should. He should. He's a beautiful man. Tullamore Dew is the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. We thank you for being with us all week as you have been. We appreciate that so much. By the way, a little late news. Giants fined $200,000, Brian Daboll $100,000, Cam Scattaboo $15,000 for disrupting the concussion protocol for Jaxson Dart for the game against the Eagles. Daboll and Scattaboo both violated the rules by entering the blue tent. Is he okay? Is he okay? Is he okay? Is our little boy okay?
Oh, my God!
Michael K., speaking of K, is next. And we're stealing some of his time, but I'm sorry. Dan Schulman, Brian Windhorst will join him on 880 ESPN.
Every aspect of your business will operate better and